And yeah, Pale Pass awaits. Pale Pass, much like adventure, awaits. Huzzah! Oh, it's outside. Okay, I thought it was gonna be inside this whole time. Path of winds. Or, I'm sorry, a path winds down into the snowy valley. Okay, yeah, I thought... okay, well, that makes sense. It is a pass that is pale through the mountains. So, gonna take us right to the edge of Skyrim. I do like how what might have happened during Oblivion's development is that the Oblivion developers, Todd Howard himself, was playtesting the Serpent's Trail area and, like, you know, on the border of Skyrim, and they were thinking, wow, this snow is really cool. Literally very cool. Wouldn't it be neat if we made an entire game like this? It's Skyrim being born. So I'm gonna remove my torch. I'm gonna put my torch away since I whipped it out prematurely. Buying your... Oh, really? Oh, that's exciting. Totally, really... Yeah, understandable, Arctic. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I appreciate the heads up on that. That's exciting, man. So yeah, so you are buying the... That's interesting, because yeah, I remember at one point you were saying that there was another situation, I think, with one of your friends, where it sounded like they might, at some point, based on circumstances that are, you know, less than ideal, they might come into some real estate at some point that would allow you to kind of like move in with them and like set up something. But if it sounds like this works out better for you, then yeah, that sounds fantastic, man. I hope everything works out for you and your mom, for that matter. I hope it works out for everybody. But and yeah, of course, I fully understand these things. They take time, moving, and especially if there's things that need to be done, if there are, you know, projects, if there's things that need to be done to the house, then yeah, these things are worth the time and attention. More trolls out here, by the way. See this lad. Maybe I could sneak. Can I be a sneaky man? I mean, I kind of want to fight him anyway. I got the juice for it. Yeah, I'm gonna fight his ass. In fact, I can probably fight him with just magic. Because now we have a nice open area. I can backpedal so much easier. In the caves, I couldn't backpedal very easily for long stretches at a time. So fighting those guys was more of a like cast, right angle, wait for him, cast, and I think they might have health regen. So I'd be careful about that. I don't want to explore. I know they said just follow the main path, but I wonder if there's more out here. Oh boy, well, there's more of these boys. Now, mercifully, I only got the one's attention. I thought for sure I'd get both of them. I only wanted the one. And then I, of course... Oh, he had a ring. That's kind of neat. Getting close to the edge of what I can carry. Oh. Should probably have paused before I started to read. Bold of me to assume I know how to read. That sign won't stop me, because I don't know how to read. Ogre's Teethers. Something I can drop. Probably I can use this. Repair my ship. And it never broke. So there was something that was going to happen at one point. The deal fell through. Halfway into a project for... Oh, I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. So yeah, so I'm guessing it sounds like then that she found herself in a situation where it's like, well, you know, I need to sell this thing to someone who I know will properly, you know, properly enjoy it, properly utilize it. So yeah, if the opportunity presented itself and it works out for you, Arctic, then I'm super down. This sounds great, man. Sounds perfect. So yeah, I realized, yeah, she was probably kind of in a stuck position. So yeah, and it sounds like you've got a pretty nice deal out of it too. It sounds like it's pretty reasonable, pretty affordable. Is there stuff that I would like do well to get rid of? Probably stuff like this, actually. Oh, I have quite a lot of... You know what? Yeah, let's make some potions. I think I might have some stuff I could use here. Just if I could preemptively make some room. Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah, I was actually wondering, yeah, how long of a mortgage it is. I guess it depends if it's a 30-year mortgage or a 20-year mortgage, but still, yeah, that was, yeah, 2009. What was that? 13 years ago. So, yeah, you don't have to share the numbers, obviously, but I would suspect that, yeah, it was probably a pretty gosh darn good deal. Hope it was good. Yeah, I hope it was, you know, a positive and good thing for everybody, obviously. But yeah, that sounds really encouraging. I'm excited for you, man. That's really exciting. And like owning a piece of property like that is huge. I know you're in an apartment right now, so it's like, you know, renting is one thing, but yeah, it's like owning is exciting, but it's also a lot of, you know, it requires a lot of upkeep, like a lot of especially upfront upkeep. So I like I said, I totally get. Oh, I actually didn't want to make the potion. That's fine. I totally get wanting to, yeah, spend time working on it on the weekends. Glow dust, I'm actually going to use... I'm not going to use that for making potions. I'm going to sell those raw. Damage fatigue. Actually, what else? What else is there? This bone meal has some cool things. Okay, I guess it's damage fatigue all day, every day. Never mind. It's damage fatigue. Invisibility. Oh, invisibility. That's actually kind of nice. That's quite good, actually. Silence. Well, that's good as a poison, not so much as a potion. Sell these. The troll fat, I think I might just use. Make some poisons, because troll fat isn't very good. It's like okay, but it's more heavy than it needs to be, I think. Alright, so we cleared some space. So with that, I can take the teethers. Call me a dentist, I'm just collecting teethers. It's like after a hockey game, I'm just scooping up all the loose teether nuggets. Balancing what you want to do before moving in. Not each fan. Oh, lawn care, dude. Honestly, Arctic, I can't blame you, man. I don't even know. I can't, like, you know, I couldn't really attribute that to any, like, you know, anything about being on the spectrum, because I'm kind of with you on that, man. Lawn care, I'm not a fan of. I mean, if it needed to happen, I would do it. And in Gracie's case in particular, like her house, when I move in, you know, like that's kind of like where my mind goes. Her house has a front lawn in the technical state of thing, by the technical definition of a front lawn, but it is more, it doesn't really have like a lot of grass. It's more trees and other plants, and she loves the kinds of plants that are on the front lawn. So that's more her cup. That's more like, you know, something that she enjoys doing. The only tricky part is the backyard, and the backyard also doesn't have a ton of grass, but has bushes, has weeds that's be tended to. So it's like lawn care, it won't be an issue for me, but just helping out with, yeah, clearing out, you know, trimming bushes, and let's go this way. Trimming bushes and yeah, clearing out weeds, that kind of thing. Sweeping up branch debris, you know, because she's got a lot of trees in the backyard too. So like that kind of stuff. Just other things that are adjacent to lawn care, but not lawn care itself. Because yeah, I that's been the one thing that has, like, for years made me not really excited to buy a house ever. And that was what pushed me to buy a condo, you know, years ago when I moved into this place. I knew I didn't want to deal with lawn care, front or back lawn care, just because some people love it. It's not for me. So no, I think that is a perfectly valid thing, a way to feel about the prospect of lawn care. Because some people love it. I am not some people. I am not some people. You know, it occurs to me, I don't know if we're actually really getting enough out of these teethers to hang on to. 3 pounds for 75 value. That's not very good, actually. So I think I'll cease picking these up. So yeah, something like AstroTurf. Yeah, there are non-standard ways. Sorry, I shouldn't say non-standard. There are acceptable ways, I would say, to having a backyard or even a front yard that that is not, you know, full of turf grass. In fact, what I might even do, Arctic, is send you a picture of how Gracie has it set up, if you wanted some inspiration on like how to have a front yard or a backyard that has things that are interesting, but it's not just turf grass, and it's not like doesn't need mowing. There's upkeep, but like I said, it's more more as needed, not like a, you know, a bi-weekly or a not like a bi-weekly thing like it's sometimes with mowing lawns in the summer. Bi-weekly, if not more often. It's like, I know we've got a really bad heat wave here in the Midwest. It's probably not too nice where you are either, for that matter. So like, I'm just thinking about having to deal with that bullshit when it's super hot and miserable. Because thinking about it realistically, we will probably have more and more hot summers like this in the future. Like, you know, summer hot in ways that we're not used to, in places where we're not used to it. Like, this will probably start to become more of a norm, unfortunately. Yes, not a blocker for moving in. Got a nice mate. Oh, that's good too, Arctic. Yeah. No, like, no. The only thing I was saying is that no, I don't blame you for just not being super excited about the lawn care stuff, and that Gracie's place, the front and back lawn don't have a lot of turf grass. So yeah, there's no lawn to mow, thank goodness. The worst that we have to do is we use a weed whacker sometimes to clear out a few spots in the backyard and some areas in front of the sidewalk, like kind of like in the gap between her house and then the sidewalk and then the road. There's like little patches of stuff that needs to be whacked. But yeah, no, I am supremely against the idea of buying a place that has a huge lawn that requires regular mowing. Some people love it, and I do not understand. I don't understand how people enjoy that kind of stuff. I find it's just a lot of hard work that has very little payoff. I mean, I guess a well-manicured lawn looks nice. I don't know. I would much rather have have what Gracie has, how she has it right now, where she has like I said, lots of different kinds of plants, lots of different bushes, a bunch of trees. I find variety is much more interesting. So, yeah. I mean, I respect people that love lawn maintenance. I am not one of those people. Fort Pale Pass, it has been discovered. Well, the remnants, there was a landslide. So yes, we're looking for a underground entrance, I believe is how it was described. Oh, right here. That's right in front of me. They said landslide. I was like, oh, down here maybe? Nope. Right in front of you, Alex. Is this frozen? It is. In fact, you can kind of see underneath it. Kind of, sort of. Now, but to your point though, Arctic, yeah, there's something to be said about recognizing what are the kinds of things I'm willing to deal with, and then what are the things that are, yeah, kind of deal breakers. When it comes to, especially when it comes to owning a piece of property. What's this? Crumpled note and a rusty key. When it comes to owning a property, what are the things that are like, yes, I'll do it, and then things where it's like, I'm not a fan of it, but I'll do it, and then what's something that that would be a deal breaker, and what's something I can do ahead of time to make it less miserable, to resolve it some other way. Because yeah, that's like when it's renting, I feel like it's easier deal with a lot of those problems when it's or easier to find other ways to deal with them, but when you're owning, it's all on you. So there's not a lot of other options in some cases, unless you like, yeah, seek out some arrangements ahead of time. So let's see, this is dated. I don't know the significance of this date, but we assume that the Pale Pass events that were described to us took place hundreds, maybe 1,000 or so years ago. So I don't know how far back this is from our current time. In fact, is there a way that I can look that up? there like a current date? I don't know if it says that, unless it's in the journal. 3E433. So I'm not sure what the E signifies, but we can assume this was a while back. Yeah, on the map, yeah. Yes, this was a while back, so third era. Okay, so still part of the same era, but much earlier on into the third era. So some message that they were told about. I trusted the ring and my story. Climbing in the window of a wizard's house. What could go wrong? Is a bounty on a ring, too enticing, worth thousands of drakes. Tharzel. Oh, Ortharzel. A meeting of some wizards. Yeah, it was a wizards convention. Trying to fence the ring all over Cyrodiil, no one would touch it. And Ortharzel was pursuing me. Had to call in favors to stay one step ahead. Headed to Skyrim. So the Gerals, yeah, the Geral Mountains, I think. He finally caught up. 2 fireballs later, oh boy. Impressive, he tracked him all the way to nearly Skyrim. Ruins of some old fort. Oh, okay, so this wasn't that long ago, I guess. If the ruins were here. Somebody gave me up for dead. Yeah, so the ruins were already here. So the Pale Pass stuff was even older than this note then. Stash the ring in this valley. Make for Skyrim and return later. Interesting. Stash the ring in the valley. Some old chests on the ruins to make sure nobody stumbles across the ring by mistake. The old key to a key. Oh, interesting, interesting. So we found the first. GS. I wonder if we've heard anything or read anything about a supposed GS. Well, regardless, we have a key. And this wasn't in a chest, it was in a barrel that is frozen. But yeah, a key to a key to a key, that kind of thing. So, and he said it's in the valley, which probably means not in Pale Pass itself. Now let's think about this. I know I have detect life. Do I have like a detect? I wonder if like a detect key spell would work. There was a detect key spell in Morrowind. I don't know if we have such a thing in this game. Let's see what we have. We don't have detect. We have life detection. So anything I think with that icon. Life detection. Thinking probably not. This would be nice if there was a way to make our search a little bit easier. I got excited. And of course I said the key icon and I went, whoa. Is that it? No, that's not it. Yeah, there very well might not be a detect key spell in this game. Look around a little bit though. I mean, hoping this isn't like too enormous of a valley. I mean, it's just on the outside, so yeah, he's saying it came tumbling down this way. So we can poke around a little bit. Up here is Pale Pass itself, obviously. Or the not Pale Pass, that's the fort. I guess Fort Pale Pass. So yeah, we can poke around a little bit. We found our primary destination. So this means we're going to be scrounging for a ring that is hopefully quite good. The guy was saying in his note that he was hoping it would be super valuable worth lots and lots of money, and that, yeah, the wizard would be out of town when he went to steal it, and he was wrong on both accounts. I'm assuming nobody would touch it because it was, like, powerful, and they were, like, more or less afraid of it. And hopefully not a matter of, oh, it's actually worthless. It's actually worthless, and nobody wants to bother with it. As one of these guys had a ring on them. A seemingly normal ring. So it's like, I hope that wasn't it. Then I'd feel like a chump for wasting the time. Mr. JD, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, Mr. Dive. Mr. Dive, comma, Jet. The name's Dive. Jet Dive. We're playing some more Oblivion. We're zapping some trolls. Or ogres, rather. Ogres. I wonder if ogres get offended if you call them trolls, or vice versa. If they get, like, indignant. Like, how dare you? Mix me up with those simpleton trolls, or those simpleton ogres. And yeah, we're looking for some stuff. We heard indication of some possible treasures nearby. So I'm snooping around to see if we can find anything obvious. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a... Well, no, it's actually... I was gonna say, am I at the border? I mean, I kind of am, but it's an invisible wall, an invisible barrier. That's kind of lame. It'd be nice if it would... Well, I guess I understand why they did it. I guess it makes me sad that the invisible barrier is easily walkable. I wish the invisible wall would have been... They would have just made the mountains higher. And if you somehow got up there, if you no-clipped out there, there would then be an invisible wall that you couldn't walk past. So it's kind of lame where it's so easy to get to. Trogers or Troggers. I've actually never heard that term. Is that like using the same word base as a troglodyte? I've never heard that term, but if it's like a good catch-all phrase, then I'm down. So I wonder how deep I need to search. Or, because I'm assuming it'll be chests in the valley. Wondering how hard, I mean, because I haven't found shit yet. I'm wondering how hard these are going to be. And I also wonder if I've misunderstood what he meant by the valley, if instead it is in the fort. I see these earlier? I think well, actually, here, we can find out. Okay, I've not been here before. Oh, Troger. Yeah, troll and ogre. Okay, I gotcha. Because, yeah, my brain started to wonder if there was like a common base, a prefix, rather. Prefix, suffix kind of thing. I took a class in college about, like Latin and Greek roots and bases and prefixes and suffixes. It was a cool class. And, oh, I've been here before. I remember seeing that before. It's a cool class, and like you invariably start to pick up on those kinds of things, the questions of like, or those situations where you look at a word and you go, well, I don't know what this means, but I recognize that base, and I recognize that or the prefix or the suffix, and I can kind of piece together what it probably means. Or at least a guess, you know, an educated guess of what it probably means. Also, I feel like I've been up here already. This is going to be the invisible wall. Yeah, that's the invisible wall. Well, I feel like I've explored the valley pretty darn well and haven't found shit. So, maybe it is in the fortress. Fall damage. Oop. A little bit of fall damage as a treat. Invisible wall in the path. Well, let's see. Yeah, the invisible wall is like kind of right here. Well, actually, hold on. It was, yeah, where I'm looking. Okay, so it's, yeah, so it's like right here. It's like kind of corner right here. So it's not on a specific path. I mean, well, it kind of is. It's in that little nook at least. But yeah, we can presume then that, yeah, that's all invisible wallified. So it's like along a path for sure. This feels a little cheaper. It's like, oh, I wanted to keep exploring around. The game said, nah. Game said, like, no, we're gonna stop you from doing that. So that was the part I guess I was a little bit sad about. It's a little bit immersion breaking, but yeah, I haven't seen anything. I'm guessing it's not in. When you said it's in the valley, maybe it's not like in the valley, but maybe actually includes the fortress, which would be convenient because that's where we're going anyway. So it's like over here, maybe. Be nice if it was. Somewhere that was like, where you could see it from far, like somewhere where you could see like, oh, on a frozen lake where it was a little bit more obvious to see from a distance. It's on an island. You're right. You're right. That's a fair point too. It is harder to mask, or at least to obscure those kinds of details when it's landlocked. Because yeah, since Morrowind is an island, it's just like it said. Just have everything hidden behind the wall of, or the oceans of water. That's gonna do it for you. Decided to run away. For a second, he turned around. Found a second one, maybe. Probably up here. Saw one. It's always fun getting to see their movement whenever they're farther away. They're like their animation cycles, walking cycles. Something has seen me though. Oh. It's not him though, I don't think. And so yeah, we can see their shadow. We know there's something up there. Oh, actually, I didn't want to go in yet. I wanted to just see if I could open it. Because yeah, we have the fort key, obviously. I think he's got the cool sword, don't you? Ouch. Yeah, does he have the katana, I think? Or a katana? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, he's got the Akaviri katana, a ruined katana. Yeah, it's all rusty. It's kind of cool though. And the ruined shield, right? Wonder if we'll find some well-preserved coolness. It's not like we've seen their shields before. Still looking for any kind of treasure chest, anything that I can clearly see part of this kind of side quest. Oh, there is a friend. You did a lot of damage to me in just a few hits, didn't you? Are you the one we've been hearing all this battle music about this whole time? Ouch. Yeah, he hurts. And nope, the battle music is still raging. Somebody still really likes us. They like us. They really, really like us. Oh, maybe it is that guy. The way he was hustling. Every day he's hustling. Wonder if he's gonna come back around. Oh, maybe that's it. He doesn't know how to get to us. Oh, that explains it. So he's just gonna posture at us angrily. In the notes from that one guy that we saw earlier, he was saying that the ogres threw boulders at him, and it like snapped his spine, and it you know led to his passing, his untimely passing. So I expect we're gonna see a variant of these guys that do have a ranged attack, but yeah, that guy's not it. Speaking of things that are not it, still not a single treasure chest to be found. I'm Sadge. There'll be more up here. I mean, we're getting less into a valley and more into the top of a tower. And also they were saying this place was like pretty bodied by a landslide, but there's a significant portion of this tower that's doing pretty well, of this fort. I mean, the fact that it's still got, you know, a functioning staircase is pretty impressive. There's a big old hole in the middle, obviously, but still, this is more than I was expecting. So they didn't do half bad, I would say. Just run by ogres. That'd be a lot of fall damage. I probably wouldn't survive a complete fall. We'll take a little bit of fall damage. Mouth of the serpent. I'm gonna stick it in. I'm gonna put it in its mouth. I'm gonna stick it in the mouth. Grab a torch first. Perfect. Now I'm ready to stick it in. There it is. I'm gonna do a quick save. Hell yeah. Infested with undead, as it is often the case. Need to proceed with caution. The Akaviri commander of the fort. The Madstone, that's right, the Draconian Madstone. It sounds so nice, doesn't it? Draconian Madstone. What a pleasant sounding artifact. I'm sure it won't be cursed or haunted or withheld by mysterious beasts. Nah, we don't gotta worry. Full confidence. Have confidence. Is the gate gonna lock behind me? I sure hope so. Oh, it's unlocking automatically. God, could you turn down the ghost aura? The ghost stank? I see one lad. I'm gonna preemptively turn him away. Oh, it's a piece of wood. Can I jump over this one? I can. Boop. Oh god, hurts to see. Hurts my eyeballs. I won't be able to kill both. The goal is to whittle one of them down. Is there one behind me? There's one behind me. Okay, so now's the time. Ah, heck, that would have been so cool. I was not prepared for 3 of these fuckers. I don't think these guys get health back. Let's do onesie-twosies. Both of their weapons are shitty. Well, relatively. They're relatively shitty, but they're still kicking the shit out of me, actually. Blocking everything I'm doing. There we go. There's a solid hit. Alright, so eventually that turning is going to wear off. Oh man, I'm so bummed I didn't get the timing down to that log puzzle. Although maybe, yeah, maybe if I'm lucky, he'll like smack himself a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to press that one. I want to do this one. Like, maybe I'm lucky he'll physics himself with some bonus damage. Oh no, their teamwork is working. It's a group effort. One of them is pretty injured. What was that one? This is a little ridiculous. Yeah, he's pretty injured too, for that matter. Almost. Yeah, they almost got it. They almost got it. That was... I gotta hand it to him. They were trying. Bones and swords and shields everywhere. There's a bone orgy. There is a chest amongst those ruins. Oh, I can just pick the lock. Although I've got a spell for this, so I don't really need to. What do I target? Uh-oh, do I not have a mouse? How do I cancel? Space? I click J. Uh-oh. Thought I had a mouse for this. I don't have a mouse cursor. Did my mouse die? Uh-oh. Shit, what's going on? My game about to crash? No, okay, I have a mouse here. This is weird. Okay, now I have a mouse. Oh, it disappears. You have to move it down. Man, that's weird. Okay, there we go. Hey, what's up, Matt? Talk like the lockpicking lawyer. I've watched some of his stuff, I think, but it's been a while and I can't remember how he talks. So I'll confess, I'm not very up to speed on my lockpicking lawyer motifs. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Yeah, it's tricky because I have spells for this, but I don't know like where to cast it. I guess I just have to lockpick it myself. Or is there a switch somewhere? It's kind of lame. Like I have lockpicks. I can do it, but it's like, man, I would much rather use spells for this because we're a spellcaster. If I get the right positioning with the bars now. Okay, well, we'll just do it this way. It's fine. Oops. Wait for that slow, gradual movement. There we go. Let's talk about lots of movement. Yeah. No, I've watched his stuff, but I don't really I can't really place any of it. Okay, this is just a random chest. This is unrelated to the stuff we saw earlier. And really, I think the only things I've really that I can think of off the top of my head with lockpicking lawyer are videos he's done like in collaboration with others. So I don't really know if I've watched much of his solo stuff or stuff he's done with others. Alright. I'm waiting for more skeletons to give me a nice, warm, calcium welcome. Lots of trumpets and xylophones. Offer me a meal of spare ribs, their favorite snack. Doors half open. Boop. Arrows, healing, wart flesh, lockpicks. Cool. Arctic says, "What is this pro skeleton nonsense? Scales of the serpent? That sounds real sexy." Yeah, content warning. Content warning. Skeletons are in this fortress. And they are not nice. They're not nice skeletons. Woodworking forensic accountant. Now, I don't think that's a real YouTuber, Matt. Although if it was, I'd be interested. It's got my attention. Ooh, we got sneakies. There's some boys. And they're back in town. To kill me. It'd be nice if I could just... Actually, maybe I shouldn't have turned him. Well, okay, now I'm glad I did, because this buddy decided to join me. I'll weaken him a little bit. I don't have a ton of magic. Like, I can take us, you know, 1, maybe 2 skeletons, but once I get to number 3 or 4, that's where my juice levels start to dip. The juice dips. I was gonna say, I'm gonna hit him once, that's gonna re-inspire his hatred, his aggro. Man, that always is so surprising to me. I've got a pretty good amount of stamina, but yeah, sometimes they hit me and it just says it's a full second of stun lock. It's like, man, these guys, either my stats are low or theirs are quite high. What's up, Rifle Stud? Hit him more than once. Yeah, easy for you to say. Easy for you to say, someone who is, you know, who is maybe not a sad little purple man, somebody with normal dimensions on their head, somebody who is not like a swollen purple mass. See, Rifle Stud's a normal looking human being, all right? So the rules are different when you look like this, all right? Everything's different. Shim in the knee with the... Well, that'd be if he was adventuring. He's just chilling in a cavern, so I think his adventuring days are long over. It's good to see Rifle Stud. Rifle Stud's a St. Louis homie. St. Louis streamer homie. We're playing Oblivion. It's my first playthrough, and this is our character. His name is Sadge Maroon. I wonder where he got the name. Well, he's very sad looking, and he's very purple. Rotund, like a bruised tomato. So that was all the reason enough, I would say. What's wrong with his face? Well, I mean, this is how he was birthed. There's nothing wrong with him. Just, he's perfect and handsome just the way he was. Although, the idea of him being, like, abused as a child. For him, or maybe not even abused, but just suffering some horrible event. Some accident as a child. Or like he fell face first into a vat of acid or something like that. I don't know. Some horrible thing that happened that that disfigured him into the purple mass we now see before us. All right, so we have a few dungeon options. Scales of the serpent or the eyes of the serpent. Let's do the scales first. Eyes sounds too scary and too close to the head. I like to go the wrong way first. Let's go all the wrong ways if we can. Ravel Stud says, what the hell, man? That's really dark, but also accurate. I want to be disturbed, but I'm also strongly finding myself in agreement. Yeah, lots of people have played this game already, and of course, even more people have played Skyrim. But I'm in the rare position where I've only played Morrowind, so this is my first Oblivion playthrough. I'm liking it a lot, but there's a lot of game here. A lot of game to this game, which is good. It's a good problem to have. It means I will be very entertained for quite some time. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm always a little bit embarrassed to admit I haven't played it just because I love Morrowind so much, and I was very much gaming in the age, in the era in which this game was popular, so how the hell did I miss it, man? It's a little bit silly. The real answer with how I missed it is that I didn't own a 360. Or even a PS3. I never really picked up in that generation's consoles beyond the Wii for a long time, and I didn't have a computer that could run the PC version very well. So by the time I did, I was a little bit late to the party. Like this odd spike trap. It's like I don't have to go over this area, so it's odd to me that they would have put a spike trap there. It's like I guess they expect people to jump off from here. Oh. Is that it? Okay, I was thinking there might be more skeletons. Will that tickle his butthole? No, he's untickled. Yeah, now I tickled him. What kind of character? So it is primarily a spellcaster, which is why I'm primarily going for the spellcasties. We do have some blades and some light armor. We made a custom class for this guy. We called it just Bulbous Boy for some obvious reason. No reason at all. We wanted to give it a funnier name, like Marriage Counselor or Wedding Singer. We didn't have enough characters. The character limit was too was in our way. So yeah, we made almost entirely spellcasting, but light armor and blade. That way we're like primarily spellcasting from a distance safely. But then if we run out of magicka, or if a bad guy closes the gap, that's when we draw our weapon and fuck shit up. Although our blades aren't that good. Light armor's pretty good, but blade skill isn't that good. And our strength is quite low. Oh, I forgot we got damaged. We got brain damage. Literal brain damage. So our hand-to-hand skills are not that good. Kind of by design, because it's more of a last resort kind of measure. Whereas obviously, yeah, the spellcasting is the primary measure. But yeah, I mean, you were seeing, oh god, that I was kind of being held at bay by a few skeletons earlier, which are probably not that hard of a fight, honestly. Never done like the spellcasting. What's your usual build for Elder Scrolls games, Mr. Rifle Stud? Because I would say, as a kid at least, I defaulted to heavy armor, swords or axes, and like no magic, just a slow, hulking blob of metal who wielded large, slow, walking blobs of metal. But in my older years, I've grown to embrace magic more often. Especially in games like this where there's quite a lot of things you can do with magic. Like how he isn't sure how to get to me. Was the gate closed? Yeah, let me try to open it. Open elsewhere. Oh, there's a switch right there. We played through. I did a casual playthrough of Morrowind a couple years ago, and for that one, actually, I made an even less common, less frequent archetype of mine. I made a sneaky kind of character, sneaky thief, archer kind of character, and it was cool. It's not a character that I make, an archetype that I make very often. That was also kind of neat to experiment with. Just because I know it's in games like this, especially in Morrowind and Oblivion. I'm sorry, Skyrim and Oblivion, that archer characters are super popular. Like I've had people say like, oh yeah, if you want to make an easy character, just go all archer. I don't know if I want to be easy per se, but yeah, I can respect finding something that works and sticking to it. Well, the propensity of skeleton chunks makes me think this is some kind of prison. Although there's skeleton chunks everywhere, so... Everywhere you look, skeletons everywhere. That's kind of odd. Structure. There's no immediate bad guys nearby. That's kind of sus. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, it's a bridge. Oh, I see. Let's go and take care of this now, then. This way I can lower this. Oh, perfect. And a skeleton friend awaits. Can probably just magic him down. Whittle him down. I'm wondering what form our target is going to be. They described him as the Akaviri commander. I'm assuming he's going to be dead. Thousands of years old, probably dead. Could be undead. Like, could be an autonomous undead entity. What if it would be like a... Wouldn't it be cool if it was like a lich or some like undead badass that was really scary? I mean, if it was a skeleton or a zombie, those come a dime a dozen. But something like more nefarious, that'd be kind of cool. I have no idea what to expect. I think there's any nearby scary things. More random spiky pits. All the way that ways. I guess this area wasn't a frequently used area back in this fortress's heyday, or at least not in this form. The spike pits, traps weren't here when, you know, commoners were milling about. Probably not a ton of instances of like, oh yeah, another commoner fell prey to one of our random spike floor traps the other day. This is the 4th maiming this week. Maybe we should move some of those things. Yep. I see something. He sees me. Oh, I guess I'm very seeable. Here, let's try this. Hey, do they take damage? Or are they smart? Oh, I think he did just take damage. He took a lot of it damage. Oh, wow. He's getting fucked up. Good to know that the AI will bounce off these things. And yeah, you don't have to jump on them. Just walking across them is enough. They get got. Good to know, man. Good to know. I'm still keeping my eyeballs peeled for treasure just like this one. And skeletons like that one. Except it's unlocked. Dang it, I'm still looking for the ones that are locked with the key, based on the key we found. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I'm trying to turn his ass. Trying to turn that ass. There we go. Ass has been turned. Now, I was hoping he would run the other way. But I guess that was... Oh, no, he's... Well, wait, hold on. Did the turning run off or wear off already? Didn't I feel silly? I thought I was gonna, like, have some free hits. Some free shits. Oh, I fucking... shit my own ass there. There we go. I was making fun of them for stepping on the spikes. Turns out I'm the fool as well. I'm equally foolish. So this is the scales. We've seen the eyes and I think the fangs. And then this is the also fangs. Okay. Venom. Serpent. Fangs and venom both sound scary. I think I'm gonna maybe go back and check out the eyes. Well, yeah, let's be honest. Does it really matter? It probably doesn't matter. It don't matter. None of this matters. Let's jump on in. See a skeleton friend up there. Oh, he looks sad. He's like, his shoulders are hunched over. There is battle music, so somebody has seen us. Oh, it's you. have a feeling that there is a way for him to get to us. Well, actually, that bridge is... Oh, I see. Yeah, they can't get to us, though. Okay, okay. So I can probably take my time. Same with you. I can probably piss him off with probably little recourse. Oh, I say that. He could probably jump down if he's smart enough. He can't. Sure enough. Sure a goddamn enough. Alright, so instead, let's spank this man with some lightning spells. And acknowledge that the AI can eventually figure itself out. It might not be dumb forever. Yeah, like this guy, for instance. I have no idea where he went. Or any of them, for that matter. Yeah, where'd you guys... Oh, okay, here's one. Here's one. He's gonna jump down, I think. Yep, yeah, here he comes, here he comes. Oh, his friend showed up, too. So we'll let him be scared for a minute, and then I'll fuck this guy up specifically. Should have just enough time, so I don't have to fight them simultaneously. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Out of magic. Yep, sorry. So time for not fisticuffs, swordy-cuffs. And we stunned each other. Look at that. I stunned him, and his shield recoil stunned me. For like bouncing off the shield. Not bad, not bad. Is there a fourth one? There might be. Is that battle? Yeah, I think that's battle music. So, oh, it's you. He can jump down. I'm gonna kite you a little bit longer so I can use all of my juice. All the juice in my juice box. It's not the last one. Apparently this place is just bleeding skeletons. Bleeding, that's not the right word. Pissing skeletons. It's a bladder full of skeletons. A bladder full of bones. Is my juice box wet? Always. Especially when Rifle Stud is here. Rifle Stud, what you been up to, by the way, bud? Have you been doing any streams lately? Because I confess, I haven't seen a Rifle Stud stream, a Studly experience in a while. So if you have streamed, I'll confess I've missed them. So two skeleton heads just now. And I'm missing a lot of shots. Been real busy. I know you and the wifey have been doing lots of photography stuffs. So I do follow you on Instagram. And I do see that takes up, understandably, a lot of time and energy. Because that stuff takes a great deal of creative... Speaking of juices, great deal of creative juices. In fact, Rifle Stud, if you want to post your Instagram so people... If there's anybody in the chat who's like, oh, Instagram? Like photography? What's this? Specifically photographing like cosplays, that kind of thing. If you like seeing cool cosplays, Rifle Stud is a high demand photographer who's good at these kinds of things. So if you enjoy seeing well-directed photo shoots of cosplays and stuff, Rifle Stud's your Rifle man. C2E2, dude, perfect. See, what was I just saying, man? This man is C2E2 approved. You know he's got some good shit. There, yeah, happy nerd photos, some good shit, man. No, I like it, man. No, you do good work. The cosplays you work with are cool, and the directorial and pictorial work, photographer work that you do is very good. Is pictorial a word? I know pectoral isn't muscle, but Like pictorial is not a real word. He's like, oh, you're too modest. Photography is one of those things where I think when it's really good, when it's done really, really well, then people don't necessarily like immediately, it doesn't like immediately jump out to them. Like I think when photography is bad, it's really obvious. But when like a photograph is really good, like really well, it's good placement, good light balance, like all the technicals that go into a solid good photograph. It's like natural enough, it's supposed to be natural enough where people don't necessarily always notice it. But there's like a lot of intricate details that go into it that a lot of average people like myself would notice. I don't know shit about photography, but I have friends that are professional photographers, and I hear them and I see the kinds of work they do. I hear them talk about it, I see the work they do, and I go, wow, that's way more involved than I thought it'd be. Holy fuck. Like, I'm just some dingus with a smartphone camera, and some of us might think like, oh, how hard could it be? It's like, no, man, there's way more to it than lots of folks might think. I can't get to the venom of the serpent, can I? Let's go back up. Because the area we were in just now was a dead end at that point. Oh, it's up there. Oh. I wonder if I can cheese it. I'm not going to, but I just want to see if this is possible. Yeah, so you can absolutely cheese it. Kind of a sequence break. Needs a key. Oh, you can't cheese it. They thought of everything, man. They thought of every goddamn thing. That's fine. So, we got the fangs. We have the fangs and the eyes. Let's go ahead and check this as well. How can our fangs be real if our eyes aren't real? Let's save real quick. I'll take a bathroom break in a little bit. Probably maybe a half hour at the 2-hour mark. So we killed a bunch of Zambonis. Or not Zambonis, Skeletonis. Skeletoni. Is that like a... Like, oh yeah, Skeletoni works at the pizza joint down the block. Like Skeletoni. Now, sadly, they're not throwing pizzas at me, but there's probably a mod for that. My stuff is over encumbering. Eventually my shit's gonna break, right? I almost want it to break. There it goes. Grab some space with that repair hammer. And of course these are spiky traps. So I'm trying to be mindful of that. Although... Oh, here we go. What this? Oh, this. And what I'm wondering... What else we got out here? So we came from the scales. Eyes are behind... Okay. Eyes, scales, eyes. So it's all kind of interconnected. Eyes are the only place we've yet to explore. So bearing that in mind... Oh, here we go. Wait, hold on. This is where we came from? We came from the... Scales? We came from that one. Yeah, so this is new. It's putting me here. I wonder if that's something cool. And if it is, if that's the right way, and you know, it looks dramatic and ominous. If that's the right way, I love going the wrong way first. Let's resolve this path first. I like the breadth first search approach whenever possible. Oh, okay. You get turned. We'll deal with your broski first. Your broski firstski. I'm gonna cut you around a little bit just because I have lots of magic. Not a lot of sword. Not a lot of sword juice. Ouch. I think he probably ran that way. I'll take all those things, and then I need to make room. I'll probably just drop some of those ogre teeth things that I've been collecting, because yeah, they are probably not really worth. Yeah, they're valuable, but they're pretty heavy, all things considered. Here he is. Get that conjuration skill. I definitely have a vested interest in getting conjuration up there. There's a lot of cool spells I would like to cast with a nice collection of conjuration at my beck and call. I was expecting to see chairs here. I just tickled another one. Oh god, he's stuck. Skeleton stuck. Damn it. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to keep... I want to just fight one at a time. Stand in a nice lunge line for me, please. Thank you. Single file. Woo! I don't have a ton of juice left. Oh, I love that. It's like some kind of weird bug with the animations or something. It's like the game doesn't expect me to be able to see them from that far. Oh, almost hit him too. Damn, that's a shame. Set all the traps and to get hit by them. But yeah, there's like this weird bug where if an enemy is too far away, but you could see them, then their animations are all wonky and goofy. It's very fun. Some ice cream, JD? Nice, man. Can I ask what kind? Or what flavor? Oh, it's in celebration. Okay, it's not because your throat hurts. Very nice, man. Something good? Good, nice. That's awesome, man. Is this something you'd be comfortable sharing? Because I'd love to hear it. No pressure, obviously. It's none of my business, obviously, but if you want it, if it's something happy, you know I love talking happy shit. There's one more of these things, by the way. There was 2 more skeletons. Oh, here's one right here. It's like you heard me talking. Heard me talking shit. Whoop. We're just littering this one corner with bones. The bones of the fallen. The boners of the fallen. This place is crawling with crawling with boners. No, I don't need to do all that sentence or what it means. Just don't worry about it, Alex. Don't think about it too much. Looks like a skeleton's. Oh, I brought a friend, or he brought a friend rather. How lucky. Here, I'm gonna turn your ass real quick. I'm gonna turn your entire ass. Probably brought this up first. Ooh. What number was that? Was that number 5? Number 6, maybe? I'm losing track. Oh, what? Oh, he probably went through the... This is awkward. Actually, yeah, here. I'm gonna try that again, because I want you to go through the spike traps. I want to watch how this works. I want him to go through the spike traps so he gets fucked up by them, but I think he's too smart, unfortunately. He's just vibing. Spike trap? Nope. He's going through all the correct ways. I want him to just run brainlessly through the spike traps. Is that so much to ask? Maybe I need to, like, be behind him. Oh, they don't fire on skeletons. They only fire on humans. That's a shame. I was all excited to see the spike traps fuck him up. I guess some traps... Yeah, I guess some traps don't work that way. That's a bummer. Oh, that's nice, JD. Yeah, that's awesome, man. They don't really interact with... That's good, man. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And it means you get some quality shit, man. That's nice. That's a nice little feather in the cap, isn't it? That's a very nice, yeah, getting noticed. That's a senpai. Senpai noticed me. That's a valid senpai noticed me enjoyment. That's wonderful, bud. I'll take all that. I think there was one more skeletal. One just set it off, so actually maybe I shouldn't. Maybe there's other skeletons that we could play with. Mouth of the serpent. Now, that's where we started, isn't it? I think I started in the mouth. As all things should be, it began in the mouth, and then it ended in the eyes. Oh no. Wow, that's cursed. Here, I need to... I'm gonna, oh god, the map's all fucked up. You know what? Here, I'm gonna save. And I was thinking that sometimes, you know, I'm about a month and a half, well, a month and a week post-surgery, and I find that streams are still a little taxing on me. I'm rarely sore, but I'm usually just like a little not really even winded, but just, yeah, just a little tired. My throat's a little bit tired after the stream. And at one point I was thinking, well, the bottled tea beverages that I like so much have some citric acid in them. Not much, but enough. Enough where I think that's probably like maybe aggravating things a bit. And drinking a lot of water definitely helps. But yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, something like peppermint tea might be a nice thing to like give me like a fun beverage. Because I like having like a fun beverage, or I like something fun that I can sip on beyond just water. Water's great, but it gets old after a bit, so something like this seems like it would check a lot of boxes for me. So that's a dead end. I think I turned the audio down too much on my end. Fangs of the Serpent. So we've been there, but this is a different part of the fangs. Thank you, Stoats. No, I do feel better. I do feel a lot better. It's just, it takes a while to fully recover. Like, I saw some estimates saying it can take like 8 to 10 weeks to be fully back to normal, so it just takes a bit. We good. Ginger tea is not, yeah. I've actually never had ginger tea before. I know not everybody likes the taste of ginger tea. But I'd be down to try it though. Give the old college try. So yeah, our ultimate destination is up there. That's at the bottom, obviously. So we haven't been to the Venom. We've been to the eyes, though, I think. Yeah, we just came from the eyes. And there weren't any other exits out of the eyes, no. So we just have the remainder of the fangs and then the Venom. Green tea and honey. That was actually the thing. I bought some peppermint tea, some chamomile. It was flavored, it was Celestial Seasonings for those who are from the United States. They're based out of Colorado. I've told this story before. I've been to their manufacturing plant before, Celestial Seasonings in Colorado, because my brother and his family used to live there. Not in the facility, but in Denver, Colorado. They just lived in the factory. But we took a tour of the facility, which was really cool. And I like their stuff a lot. And they have they call it honey chamomile, which purports to have some honey, you know, some kind of flavor mixed in with it. Of course, they're tea leaves, so I question how, you know, how you would infuse any kind of flavor like that. But yeah, I was thinking, I also bought some honey not too long ago, so I would maybe mix in a little bit of honey with some chamomile. I was thinking about green tea, but green tea has a bit more caffeine than I'd prefer at this time of the hour, at this time of night. The green tea bottles I would drink sometimes, the Lipton green tea ones that I would drink, had like 20, I think like 18 milligrams of coffee. Or of caffeine, which is really not much. It's enough to give a teensy little boost, but that's like baby amount of caffeine. Whereas like a legit cup of green tea, it's like 30 or 40 milligrams, which is not a crazy amount, but it's a bit much given that I have to get up extra early tomorrow, actually. To my chagrin, one of my team leads, this is the first time this has happened in several years. This probably hasn't happened. Oh gosh, I want to say this hasn't happened in like 7 or 8 years. but I had a team lead scheduled meeting at 7:30 a.m. because they're going out of town the day after. And this is something they really want to have happen, and it's the only time slot that was available for everybody. So it's like, oh my fucking god, it's 7:30 a.m. Like, it's not that bad, obviously. And I work from home, it's fine, I'll do fine. But still, it was just like, really? It was the only way. It was the only way to make that happen. It's just ridiculous. Ridic. Chronicles of Ridic. So I was saying earlier, there's a mystery person we are to rendezvous with whom we are to rendezvous. I was wondering what form they would take. I see an ethereal lad. Oh, my torch just ran on. One of this ethereal lad will be nice, or if he will try to arm wrestle us. He's got like furniture out.
We've awaited your arrival,
A ghostly gentleman. Oh, he thinks I'm the messenger because I have the orders on my person.
You have made a long and perilous journey, but there is no time to rest. The army of Raymond is at our doorstep, and our supplies have dwindled. We have awaited your arrival. Tell us, what news do you bring from Akavir?
So the ghost still thinks he's waiting for his orders. I'm here for the Madstone. I'll give him the orders.
Well done, soldier. Your mission is complete, and you have my thanks. Now we may rest. Long live the Akavir.
And conveniently enough, a hidden passage opens. Now, before I go through the hidden passage, anything else out here that would tickle my pickle? Oh, I actually can't sit on these chairs. They're decorative chairs. Decorative furniture. I can sit on the throne, though. Hell yeah. It's good to be king. Okay, I'm bored. Anyway. It's good to be king for like 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Yeah, green tea and honey, yeah. It's a combo I would definitely like to indulge in on like weekends, especially. So I got a few nicks and a few knacks. Some nicks and some knacks. But here's the big one. Draconian Madstone. Now I wonder why they call it the Madstone. Resist poison and disease. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. So now begs the question. Do I relinquish this bad boy to the Countess? Or do we keep it for ourselves? That's pretty good. What's our current amulet? We have a pretty good amulet, don't we? We have Fortify Speed. The thing is, this would be very good sometimes. Not all times, but sometimes. Resist poison. Pretty nice. Resist disease is more of a convenience. Because if we... When we contract a disease, we have cure disease spells. So... that takes care of it for us, really. Honey's just good, but yeah, just good for the throat in general. What I could maybe even do, I was actually thinking about this with peppermint. Like when I think of peppermint and honey, I don't know if it sounds very good, but maybe I should try that. Maybe next time I do cuppa, but I might mix in some honey with it as well. It's a fine flavor. It doesn't need to be sweetened. I mean, I don't drink tea for it to be sweet per se. But it's not like I would need to mask the flavor. Like, oh god, it hurts. It's bad or anything. I always find that tea is not so much about the flavor, more about the aroma, about the warmth, and just the vibes. Straight honey. Just pour it in, like just squeeze it into the teacup with the tea. I saw somebody saying they like to do someone online, because I was looking online like what kind of tea to pick up at the store, because it had been a while since I'd bought some. I was curious if there was any new developments, and someone was saying that they like to put honey in their tea when it's warm, not when it's like piping hot out of the kettle or out of the microwave, what have you. When it's warm, so when it's cooled down a little bit. And I'm a normie. I didn't use a kettle. I just put water in a mug and microwaved it. I'm pretty simple. I'm a simpleton. And out of the mouth of the serpent. With such a harrowing name, I was expecting some scary battle at the end, but actually it wasn't too bad. The most challenging thing by far was just the like 20 skeletons we had to defeat along the way. And lots of ogres too, outside. And again, nothing in this valley with the treasure chests that we've heard about. Nothing inside the ruins. Nothing clearly on the outside either. Which does not give confidence. I can put the torch away. But yeah, it makes me wonder if I'm just barking up the wrong tree with that note that we found. I saw that note and I was like, well, maybe there's something to this. Let's look around outside. Maybe there's more in the backyard. Maybe I'm thinking about too much about the front yard. Let's check out the backyard. We're looking for treasure chests. We have a key, but we'll probably find chests that have keys, or other chests that are locked, that themselves will hold more keys, etc., etc. That's kind of what I'm expecting to say. And I'm expecting them to be somewhat hidden. So I'm like looking in spots that, were I to be a level designer, I would think to myself, yeah, I'm gonna hide one right here. Someplace that's sneaky, not like super obscure, but sneaky enough where the player would feel rewarded upon finding it. We saw trolls from afar, and we killed most of them, I think. Ouch. There could be more. So I'm trying to be mindful of that too, that we're... Well, right now we're safe, but that we... Overall, though, we might not be alone. Now, this would be a really good spot to hide something. Somewhere in this tower, in this spire. Although, nothing jumps out. Yeah. Let's keep looking. I'm not giving up yet. Never give up. Never surrender. I can't fit through there. Oh, there's an invisible wall. Damn it. Yeah, see, I mean, I guess I can take that as the game's way of saying, all right, fam. That's enough of that. Thing up here. Dang, man. Either I'm just missing all the places where these chests are purported to be, or, like I said, or I'm just barking up the wrong tree. Let's look in areas that I've yet to explore. So I think these are all mountains. And go back the way we came. Just kind of poke around. Oh, good fall damage. Yeah, it's a barrel where we first discovered a note. And I could, if I'm not careful here, I could spend like the rest of the night, the rest of the stream, just jumping around and looking. I don't think it'd be up here. That'd be too hard to reach. That doesn't seem like a sensible place to hide such things. God, the blindingly bright ice burns the eyeballs a little bit. Oh my god, speaking of eyeballs burning, on yesterday, I was helping Gracie out with something. It was an event she was helping to put on for a it's kind of like a charity thing for something she was helping with. She wasn't organizing it herself, but she was working with some folks who were organizing it, and it was outside. It actually wasn't too hot out yesterday, but it was hot enough. You know, I was wearing short sleeves, and it was muggy. And at one point something got into my eye, and I thought it was just like maybe a little bit of sweat or like a little dust particle, but it felt like I don't know. It felt much more annoying than just like a small little dust particle or whatnot. Like I don't know if you've ever had this where like you got something in your eye and you think like, oh, if I just kind of like blink a little bit, you know, but my eye will naturally water. It'll resolve itself naturally. And after like 30 seconds, it wasn't resolving itself. I was like, oh god, there's something in there. I was worried it was like a fly or something like that, because that's happened before too, where a fly has, or like a gnat, has flown up inside of my eye. It's like up in my like eyelid, like it's gotten up and like gunked up there. I was like, oh fuck, so I had to find it was at a park, so I had to find a park restroom. And I spent like 2 minutes in the bathroom just like trying to awkwardly pry my eye open to run underwater, and nothing was happening. I was like, holy shit. And eventually I like did this weird maneuver where I like pulled my eye, because I could feel it was in the like on the top eyelid. I did this weird maneuver where I like pinched my eyelid, kind of brought it like back, and then used my finger to push it forward to kind of like turn it partially inside out. The eyelid, just the lid, obviously. Just so I could see with my other eye what was going on there. And it was just this teensy little eyelash that had just perfectly nudged itself in the crevice, like in the folds of my eyelids. So I got it out once I found that, but I was like, holy fuck, it was excruciating. I was like, this sucks. It was a perfect placement. It's almost like I'd done it on purpose. I didn't, but to an outside looker, they would see that and go, wow, well, good placement, Alex. You managed to maximize discomfort with a single small little eyelash. Good for me. I think I've already been over here. Yeah, I've definitely been over here. Let's go back towards the way we came. I'm thinking that, again, maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here, or that there are the parts in the valley where he's hidden these supposedly hidden these treasure chests are more towards where we came from. Although we found one, but we don't have the key for this one, so it is indeed a chest of a chest. So the good news is that this game does not have any way to make notes on a map. So I'm not gonna remember this. 40%. Oh, nice. Yeah, like cookie dough, frozen custard rather. That sounds nice. Let's do this. Let's remember that it's next to this little. It's like a comma. It's like a comma shape, right? Like a hook shape, a J maybe even, or a lowercase I. So we'll remember that it is next to this structure behind the rock there. And you know what? Yeah, this is kind of farther away. This is more on the path that we're at right now. So that's a good sign. And in fact, maybe I should limit my search to, well, this is wishful thinking. In a perfect world, I could limit my search to significant landmarks. Like if I were to look up a walkthrough might say, look for the big tree. Like, oh, okay, I found the big tree. But the fact that this is near some statue or wall pieces is encouraging. And Michi Amigo, good to see you, friend. Yes, we are playing Oblivion. This is my first playthrough. I haven't really watched much of this game, like on stream or on YouTube, that kind of thing. I've played a lot of Morrowind in my day, but yeah, Oblivion is a game I'd always been told that I would enjoy, and I'm playing it for the first time, and I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it, even though there are times where I get a little bit bamboozled by certain quests, like this one right here. Not really a quest, but we're looking for a purported amulet inside of a chest somewhere. We found the first key that is like part of a sequence in this region. For those who've played this game before, this is Pale Pass. Yeah, there's apparently a series of chests where there's keys inside of chests that unlock other chests. So key for a key for a key kind of thing. So I'm looking around. We found one chest so far, and I'm looking for others. How did I find out about this game? Well, I like I said, I played a lot of Oblivion. Or I'm sorry, Oblivion. I played a lot of Morrowind. And I played Morrowind when it first came out. So I played Morrowind when it first came out, and I love it. It's one of my favorite games ever. But I never played this game, and I was alive when this game came out, and there was a lot of hype when the game came out. When Oblivion came out, like, it was a very well hyped game and a very well reviewed game. Everyone loved it. Well, not everyone. Most everybody liked it when the game came out. So it was reviewed well back then, and people have nostalgia, fond nostalgia for it now, years later. So it was a no-brainer. It was a game I knew I would eventually enjoy. I would eventually play and very much enjoy. But no, I remember when this game came out, and like I was saying earlier, I didn't have an Xbox 360 until much later in life. And I didn't have a computer that could run this game well, or at all, really, until I was much, much older. So, when I was a kid, I really didn't have a way to play this, sadly. But better late than never. Here I am some 16 years later. But who's counting? Some 16 years later. Playing this good-ass game. What's up, Baby Llama? Oh yes, Summon Cthulhu. Yeah, well, see, the naysayers, Ape Llama, will tell you, well, that's an unrealistic amount of channel points. The naysayers will say, one sec. The naysayers would use their math and science. Am I right? They would use their math and their science, nerds, to say, well, the average human lifespan is about 2.7 billion seconds. So it's physically impossible for a single human person to acquire 1 billion channel points. Come on. Come on. I believe in the indomitable human spirit. If somebody wants that Summon Cthulhu redemption bad enough, they can make it happen. I believe. Gonna cost them, that's right. Yeah, it'll cost them. Well, it might cost them literally their entire lives and the lives of their ancestors, of their offspring. Because yeah, I guess you could will your Twitch channel to a child, to your offspring, or to a next of kin. Have them acquire the channel points in your stead. Yeah, JD's getting close. See? I believe it can happen, baby. So I'm looking for any more chests in this valley. It's kind of a needle in a haystack feeling in this valley. And I almost wonder if this isn't really worth. Like, allegedly, the amulet is very good. According to the note we saw. Apparently it's very powerful. Is it that good? Is it this good, though? This is a lot of poking. A lot of poking and a lot of stroking. Inheriting channels and platforms. Well, one thing I saw not too long ago was somebody pointing out that in 10, 15, 20, 30 years, it's going to be way harder to find. That is assuming all these platforms stick around, and there's no guarantee that some of them will, obviously, but if the platforms stick around and don't purge inactive channels ever so often, it's gonna get really hard to come up with unique screen names that don't have a bunch of numbers and underscores and extra characters in them. So, like, you'll be able to gauge somebody's age by how many extra numbers and characters are at the end of their screen names. Our search continues. I feel like we're going to be hitting an invisible wall probably fairly soon. We're really high up. This area is much more expansive than the initial path leading here leads us to believe. Look how high up we are. Belnet has a nice approach. That's a good point too, because a lot of places, a lot of services, you'll have an underlying screen name, account name, I guess, but what other players see is, like, pretty much up to you. Like, you can have duplicates, like, it doesn't have to be unique, I guess. There it is, there's the invisible wall. Yeah, invisible wall, okay. So yeah, that is the one legit way to do it, honestly. Having, like, the account ID, I guess, and which has to be unique, but then the display name is pretty much whatevskis. But yeah, sounds good, 8-Bit Llama. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. The number system, yeah. And of course, Discord has something similar. Hashtag 4 numbers, or maybe not hashtag, but pound symbol 4 numbers. Works well enough. The wide text nice. I think we've gotten one wide text character nice in all my years. I sound so old when I say that, but it's true. In all my multiple years. I mean, my first stream ever would have been 2012 on Twitch. No, 2013, 2014. I think I made the account in the end of 2013. Or 2014. Crap, I can't remember. Regardless, yeah, I've had this account for quite a while, and I streamed intermittently for many years, but then started streaming, like, legit in the end of 2016. So yes, and in all my years, oh, of course the channel point system wasn't a thing. There were no channel points at all until like 2018, I want to say. So in 4 years, we've had one wide text nice. Justin TV, I never had an account on Justin TV. I think I might have watched a little bit of people streaming on Justin TV, but I never actually made an account on it. By the time I like started to take streaming more seriously, they had long since rebranded to Twitch. Well, actually, no, let me think about this. Not so much rebranding. I guess Twitch and Justin TV coexisted for a while. So Justin TV might have existed around the time when I first made my account. Probably not much beyond that. There's another ogre. It's not ogre yet. Ogre, but I hardly know her. Bleh. A merge Justin TV account. Well, that's a good point too. Yeah, if you had one... Let me think about this. Yeah, if you had a Justin TV account before they kind of condensed everything down, then yeah, I think you could just merge them together. And of course, there was a bunch of dormant channels that they removed, or that they kind of freed up, that were created around the Justin TV era. That became freed up on Twitch a few years ago, because I had a number of friends on Twitch that used to have a slightly, like, basically what I was saying, like having extra characters, extra numbers, what have you, at the end of the screen name. But certain accounts became freed up, so they were able to snag the more desirable screen name once it became available. It'd be nice if that happened every so often, because, I mean, I'm 100% positive there are still probably thousands, maybe tens of thousands, I don't know, probably thousands of accounts that were made when like the last round of names opening up happened a couple years ago, and then people haven't logged in since. So I'm sure there's more where that came from. 2009? Oh man. So Justin TV would have been, okay, yeah, wow. That's actually earlier than I was thinking. I was thinking like early 2010s. Well, it's December, so it's pretty late 2009, but still pretty impressive. Also, I don't know, man. I am just wandering, and I can't find. We found the one shell. Oh my god, I was about to give up hope. Can't pick this one either. Oh man, so there's at least 3 layers. I was about to give up hope because this, like, I'm just wandering forever, and this one is really, really out there. I'm actually, like, wondering how much I want to subject myself to this. Like, how good is this amulet going to be? In fact, I'll ask people in the chat if anybody knows this quest. If you have endured what I am currently enduring right now, if you've been down this road, is this amulet, or no, it's a ring. I think it's a ring. Is this ring worth it, or is it an overrated hunk of junk? Now, where was it? In my exuberance, I already lost it. I was so excited. Over here. This is not a quest. It's just a crumpled note we found. Man, there's no landmarks, man. It's by a tree. At least in Morrowind, I could right-click and leave a note. Oh, it's actually pretty close to the... Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Close to the trailhead. So I guess that's one thing that is kind of reassuring. Is that we are nearing the end of, like, the breadth of how much we would need to search. It's the idea of, like, oh my god, scrounging for so long. It is... Let's remember, it's southwest. The trailhead. Some stuff to explore up north. What I might do is, it's really hard to see at night. I'm just gonna wait outdoors for 12 hours. I'm just gonna wait in the cold snow 12 hours. Exposed to the elements. Exposing myself. Exposing myself to the elements. It's a little bit easier to see. Just a wee bit. Finish my tea, so now it's back to the water. The liquid stuff. Yeah, it's at least a little bit easier to see. Or if there was some kind of, like, some kind of thing that highlighted things for us. As I know in Morrowind, there was a detect keys spell. I don't know if it shows inside of containers, but it would show on your map, basically. It's the trailhead. But like a detect key spell would go, I think, a long way here. But I don't know if it's in this game. And in fact, I wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't. As a lot of things have since been, you know, kind of simplified. What were the notes? I'll show you. I'll show you if it jogs your memory. 'Cause I'm definitely curious, but I just question if it's worth it. So it was a crumpled note, and it was left by a gentleman who goes only by GS. And it involved a ring that he stole from a wizard named Ortharzel. Broke into a wizard's house, As there was a bounty on a ring that was just so high and enticing, but he couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it because it was like too scary. Nobody in Cyrodiil would touch it. And then the wizard eventually found him, chased him almost all the way to Skyrim, and he managed to, like, the wizard, like, basically two-tapped him with a fireball, knocked him off the cliff, and he survived the fall. The wizard just assumed he had died. So the guy survived the fall, and he still had the ring, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna hide it here. And then I'm gonna come back for it later. And he devised a system where he found several chests with keys inside them. So he devised a system of locked chests with keys, a key for a chest inside of a locked chest that contains another key for another chest that contains another key for another chest, etc., etc. We have found 2 of these things. There's still several more. Well, at least one more, at least. So we've got to find a single open one. And it occurs to me, the last 2 times, the only 2 times I have found a treasure chest is right after I've started to say something to the effect of, all right, guys, I'm losing faith. Like, I start to lose patience. That's around the time when I start to find them. So maybe I need to lose patience sooner. Or my acrobatic skill will go up. I guess it's something. Not what I'm looking for, but it's something. Now, is this the question mark? The J? No, this is something else. It's like a right. This is more of a right angle. Because, yeah, there was a troll corpse next to a J shape of stones. Have I been down that way? Oh god, where am I? Oh, I think it's doing that cool thing where it's not showing me map things. Where am I? Yeah, it might be... I think it's doing that cool thing where it's not going to show me where I am on the map. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, well, I'll just assume... I'll assume I haven't been this way yet. Oh, wait, no. We just came from there. Never mind, I recognized it immediately. The good news is it seems like it's the same kind of chest each time. And although it's grays and browns on other grays and browns, it's at least something that we're able to spot better now that we know what to look for. It's not easy, obviously. It is definitely well obscured. Trying to scale these pretty steep angles too. Oh, no, that's one we've been to. I think we've seen this one already. Yeah, we've already seen this one. Yeah, there's the J. Yeah, it's almost like it's pointing to it. So we've been here already. Ooh, this is a lot, man. And again, I have no idea if it's good. I think we'll find. I think we will too eventually. Here we are, by the way. I just hope it's worth it. I hope when I find this ring, I'm gonna go, wow. Some good shit. Like, I hope I will exclaim, you know what? It was all worth. Like, I hope I will feel vindicated. If nothing else, we're leveling our acrobatics and our restoration. So, it's worth in other senses. Can I mark that? Dude, I thought the same thing. I don't know if there's a way to do so. In Morrowind, you could right-click. In this game, I don't see a way to note things. I love that feature in the game's predecessor. There are probably mods, if I had to guess, for this game. So there probably is an aftermarket solution. Would that be too easy? No, I would gladly utilize it. If the game gave that function to me, I would seize the shit out of it. This looks nice and comfortable. Nice and comfy. Do you remember in Sonic Adventure 2? And I recognize I reference Sonic Adventure 2 frequently. As you should. As is mandated by those who follow the Sonic Adventure 2 religion. But, you know, in Sonic Adventure 2, when you're playing as Knuckles or Rouge, and you're looking for the emeralds, or, well, not always emeralds. Sometimes it's emerald pieces. Sometimes it's whole ass emeralds. Sometimes it's keys. But you're doing the treasure hunting sequences. And you get the little radar that beeps when you're close. It doesn't tell you where it is. But you get little funny little wiggle. Like a funny little dings and dongs that indicate that you're close to something neat. But I would give for a dinger or a donger that would tell me that I was close to something cool, or that I was just like, you know, you're getting warmer, you're getting colder, you're getting warmer. Oh, buddy, it would go a long way. Like some kind of spell we could cast, or a potion we could drink that would give us that effect. Key detection or chest detection. Chest detection. Oh god, it's like Dark Souls all over again. Amazing chest ahead, and it's what's her face? Gwendolyn? Guinevere? I can't remember. The lady, the big lady. The big lady with aspects of her that are also big. Did the note describe the locations? It's a good question. Let's double check. Maybe there was something I overlooked. So stash in the valley. Make for Sky and return later. Well, chest I found in the ruins. Of course, we haven't found any within the ruins themselves, but he found the chests in the ruins. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could also double check again in the ruins themselves. We looked around the ruins themselves pretty darn well. And we didn't see any chest. We found chests in the ruins. We didn't see anything on the exterior, and I was thinking we would find some in the exterior. You think in ruined buildings? Yeah. Yeah, we could poke around more in the ruined around the ruined buildings. Yeah, we certainly could try that. Yeah, because I remember I was especially hopeful when we were looking around that structure. Because I was like, oh, this looks like the perfect place to hide something, and I couldn't find anything. But let's try it again. Try it again, and maybe I was just unlucky and I just missed that one glimpse. You know, that one little tip off. Like on the base of here, maybe. Be real cool if it was in one of these spots that I would kind of anticipate. Because yeah, if he sourced the chests from the ruins, I think it would track for him to put at least one of the chests near the ruins. Those chests are not light, man. You gotta lug those things all around this icy valley. Who wants to do that kind of bullshit, man? That shit sounds like it'd be for the birds. If I were me, I would leave at least one close to where I found the stuff. I think we looked in here. Like, this also seems like a real good place to hide something like this. But I guess it was too obvious. It was too obvious of a place to hide things. Here I was thinking I was so big-brained. Turns out, I'm just medium-brained. Average-brained. every time I hear that stock noise of either a hawk or an eagle circling overhead. Gracie actually had an interesting moment, or a couple of moments. This was about a month ago, where she went outside to check something with her backyard. Or no, it wasn't even that. She was out in the front. Never mind. She was on the front porch. She has a nice porch swing, and she was just chilling outside, and she heard the telltale, basically that noise of a hawk, that like, I can't make the noise obviously, but like of a hawk giving a fucking hawk call, an eagle call, a hawk call, and it was real close. And she was like, "Whoa, that sounded like it was coming from my backyard." And she goes to her backyard, and she doesn't see anything. She goes back inside, and then at one point she looks out the back, and she sees there's a hawk, like a medium-sized, bona fide hawk, on her, in her backyard. It's on her. She has a little table set out back with a few chairs, and she has a hose back there, as well as a little spraying nozzle that she uses to water the plants back there. And the hawk was, and the spray nozzle was on the table. The hawk was rested on top of the table and was like poking at the nozzle, the little spray nozzle, thinking it, maybe thinking it was something that used to be food or something. He was like poking with it. She took a bunch of pictures, and she was like, "Wow, that was weird. Weird that a hawk would just be in my backyard." But anyway, that was like a one-time thing, right? She was like, "Okay, well, that was kind of cool." But anyway, that's a one and done. The next day, she's keeping an eye out on the backyard on the off chance that he comes back, and she never sees him, but she hears him again, and she goes outside, and she sees him in the trees. But it wasn't just one; it was 3 hawks in her trees. And she was like, "Wow, that's really cool." But they're just chilling there. They don't like come down or anything. They're just vibing. But they're red-tailed hawks. And they again, like, she took video this time. She took video of the noise they make, and yeah, it's a stereotypical hawk screech, and it's like terrifying. It's hawks and eagles, they're beautiful, but they're terrifying creatures. Birds of prey, right? But that's not it. The next day, she goes outside in her backyard to check something, and there's a hawk in her backyard. Only this time, it's on the ground. It's like walking around, and it sees her, and it doesn't fly away immediately. It just kind of chills for a second, and she's taking video. She's taking video this time, and she's like, not really. She approaches. She doesn't like get close, but she like goes like to the middle of the open area, so she's fully visible. So that way, she basically doesn't want to spook him. And the hawk sees her and is kind of pensive, kind of like hesitant. And at one point, the hawk turns around to fly away, but he or she can't get enough altitudes, and he kind of hits, and he like doesn't like smack into it, but kind of rubs up against the fence that is around her backyard, and he can't clear the fence. And he kind of slides down. And at one point she was like, "Oh, is he injured?" Turns out he wasn't injured. We later learned that these are fledglings, which is to say teenaged or like adolescent hawks, not babies, but not fully grown adults, and they're still getting used to flying. And it takes him a little bit longer to like get distance, to gain altitude and whatnot. So he tries a couple more times, and then at one point he like starts to like kind of hustle towards her, not like, charge her, but hustles towards her. She described it as being a little scary, but he walked right past her. Like, she said he was like a foot away, just boop, 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 just walked right on past her, and then got like a more running start and took off. She got it all on video. I won't show the video just because it shows her backyard, privacy and whatnot, but usually it's good to not show exteriors of houses for places where you're staying, that kind of thing. But it was pretty fucking cool. Yeah, she posted it on social media, and some friends of hers are much more knowledgeable with hawks and birds and such, and yeah, they quickly identified them as red-tailed hawks that were fledglings. And that's like a pretty common thing where, yeah, when they're still learning, not really learning how to fly, but just getting used to flying and still growing. that it sometimes takes them a bit to be able to take off super easily. Never heard one in person. It's pretty cool, and I've heard, while I've been at her place, I've heard it once or twice. I haven't seen them in person, but again, I've seen the videos and they're incredible. What's up, Timmy? Yeah, hose. Yeah, garden hose. Go boats and hose. Yeah, garden boats and garden hose. She has trees. Is that a? I'm trying to think if it's a reference to the Michael with a B. There's a tree. Yeah, she has a couple trees in her backyard, some bushes, and like I was saying, I like the stuff that she has in her backyard because it's stuff I don't have to mow. It's just stuff that has to be watered every so often. But yeah, upkeep there is much easier. Oh, I'm sorry, I was fucking around. Something in that, in the pit in the tower. I can go double check again. I had already looked there. In that hollowed out tower out this way, I think. Let's see. So we'd already looked down here earlier. I think there was like another hollowed out tower thing that caught my eye when we looked like an hour or so ago. Oh, up here, I think. Also, Farsight, good to see you, buddy. Saw the comment, but I kind of forgot to react to it. Yeah, this way. So yeah, because I was thinking this would be a great place to hide something, but I guess it was too obvious because, oh, there is something. Hey, and that's the one. There it is. Wonder if yeah, because we looked here previously and I didn't see one. And I was thinking, man, this would be perfect. Stoats, your sixth sense was correct, or maybe you saw it when I didn't. Maybe I like scanned right past it. We got that shit, and that's the first one of many. Now let's retrace our steps. Let's first try the J curve. Oh. Now there's no guarantee that that's it. Huzzah, says Stoats. Yes, thank you for that was a very helpful nudge. Cause yeah, we had been there at least once, maybe twice. And yeah, I could not find anything. It was such a bummer. When I was so hopeful that was gonna have something bountiful. See a tower like that, a structure like that, it's like, oh come on, there's gotta be something. There was. There indeed was. So now, looking for that little J structure. Oh, ooh, I'm taking lots of fall damage. Not so much a structure, but a formation. It's right over here. Which means, right here. That was it. Forgotten key. So that means, maybe, these things usually happen in threes if we go southwest of the entrance. That's where we saw it earlier. Okay, so it'd be further west then. But that means this could be it. The other ones were called old keys. This is a forgotten key, which means it could be special. Is it doing that cool thing where it's not showing my placement again? Yes, it is. Cool. Well, we'll probably be able to find it, even if the map is being fucky. So I think, yeah, we ascended. In fact, it might be right around here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. I got this again. So if we can find... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was this way. Maybe it isn't. Was it this way? Crap, I can't. I wish I could scroll more. But there's a hard limit on how far you can scroll. And zooming out doesn't do you any good, obviously, either. So, trying to find the trailhead. The face of my character, I don't know what you're talking about. Our handsome man looks perfectly normal to me. I see nothing wrong with this man. All right, I'll admit, he looks a little bit deformed. He wasn't the same after the bruised tomato incident when he was 9 years old. That forever changed him. For the worse, clearly. Forever altered him. But he vowed revenge against other fruits and vegetables in the years since. So that's what brought him on this quest to begin with. There's the Serpent's Trail. So if I go south of here, we found it was southwest of the trailhead. Some nightmare fuel, yeah. Yeah, I've told this story before, how when I set out to make this character, I, of course, had seen ahead of time the delightful monstrosities you can create with the character creation tools in this game. Just out of the box, not even using mods, just out of the box, you can make some fucking nightmares. And I was like, alright, if I want to do a legit Oblivion playthrough, if I want to be a legit Oblivion gamer, I need to make an Oblivion character that is worthy of this game's character creation tools. So I set out with 3 goals in mind. I wanted to make somebody who looked with a head that looked as round, purple, and sad as possible. So with those 3 criteria in mind, I think we did all right. I think we did okay. So that's the origin story of Sadge Maroon. Here it is. Here we go. Here we go. Is this the final one, or is there one more chest? Oh, gamer, and it is the Circlet of Omnipotence. Let's see if it's cool. Oh. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It does a little bit of a lot of things, which is nice. Was it worth spending like an hour looking for it? Maybe. I mean, it's good. Is it amazing? No, not really. It's good. I would have rather like plus 10 to maybe one thing like intelligence or willpower. Obviously an attribute that I use a lot. It's pretty good though. Omnipotence. Because agility we don't really use. Endurance is nice, but we don't use it too much. Willpower we use a lot. Speed we use it a bit, and strength we use a bit. So like it's still worth it overall. So now what do I relinquish? Resist magic is pretty nice. Resist magic is pretty good. We also have a shield ring. I think I can't bear to part with a shield ring. Although I guess that's physical resistance. So we have magic resistance and physical damage resistance. So for the time being, we'll assume that physical damage resistance is harder to dodge, for me at least. So I'll go with this guy. There we go. Thank you again to Stoats for the assistance, helping out with feeding some ideas and some nudges, because yes, that last piece was the linchpin in the whole deal. The final cog in the wheel, the final wheel in the cog in the wheel, the final gear in the final dildo in the the final pickle in the salad. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Stoats. Appreciate you, buddy. Oh, don't get that. What am I doing? Oh god, don't get stuck. Oh my god. Wouldn't that be some shit? Oh no. Oh no, I didn't save after I picked up the thing, and now I might have goofed. Now, the good news is I'm playing on PC, so I could probably utilize some kind of developer thing to get out of jail. What's up, Quickie Teacher? I'm in prison. I'm in jail right now. So I'm not a fan of invisible walls, man. I don't know why I thought I was gonna jump over this way. I was like, oh, what if there's more to explore? Turn back. I would if I could. Yeah, that's a good point, Stoats. There's always fast travel, too. So you're never truly stuck. And in fact, what I could just fast travel to is just the trailhead, so. Neither here nor there. Oh, and trolls. And my fucking... Somehow my horse decided to follow me. It's cool that the horse will warp with you. Although this is not my horse. I mean, it's one I've been using. I guess it is I have claimed ownership of him. I ever bought him, I came into possession of him. Good enough, I guess. Find the starting point to a puzzle. Yeah. Yeah, I was worried that there was going to be more where that came from, man. I was worried there was going to be one more layer we had yet to determine. We put our brains together. That's some good shit, fam. Some good shit. It's good to see you, Quirky. Hope you do well, fam. So no more are we in jail. We've been freed from prison. Actually, we probably don't have to be sneaky because we already cleared out this cave pretty gosh darn well. Actually, let's think about this. I think what I might do... Well, no, we have to go through this cavern anyway. Ow! Oh, God, the traps reset. Good to know the traps reset, because I've been through here already. Monsters didn't respawn, strangely enough. Yeah, that guy's still very dead. We could have fast traveled. All the things and the wisps we fought. And a large density of ogres. Well, I can go the right way. I could check my map, but this feels correct. It is. Oh no, did I just do a loop-de-loop? I'm a big dingus. You know what? Fast travel. I was so confident. 13 days to... Oh, that's good, Corky. That's good. I'll confess, I can't remember if you had to take time off because of a... I know at one point you had to take time off for a medical thing. I'm not sure if this is related. The other thing, though, is that, yes, we have this Frostcrag Spire thingy to deal with. I think what I might do is I might head back to town. In fact, do I want to just fast travel? Because I think we followed the trail here. I guess I'll go ahead and run back. In the off chance that there is anything we encounter that's cool. We've walked most of this path ourselves, so there's probably not much that we would miss by fast traveling. And we're fast enough, obviously, so it's not really a problem for us. But I'm going to travel back to Bruma. I think I don't know, do I want to... Ooh, Will-o'-the-wisp. I don't like those things. I think I might... I'm trying to determine if I want to keep the amulet for ourselves or give it to the Countess. Because the resist poison is nice. The resist disease part I don't really care too much about. But I fear that we're going to fight some poison things at some point that will be scary. At which point that amulet will come in real handy. Oh, summer break will be over for you. I gotcha. That makes sense. We are in August. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Medical stuff's all good, yeah. No, it's good. I remember you mentioning it that, yeah, at one point you had to take some time off and that's all good. And there was a few other things that came up, and I remember you saying that was also cleared for you. So yeah, I want to make sure there was nothing else unpleasant you're having to deal with. Yeah, that makes sense. Who knew that somebody having the screen name Quirky Teacher would actually work as a teacher? That's so quirky. That makes perfect sense, because yeah, we're in August. August 1st to be exact. So, for many of us, we'll be switching over to school mode for lots of us. And then Physics Cat. You know, I thought I felt some physics. That explains the gravity. I thought I felt suddenly more physical. All at once. Thank you, Physics Cat, for that very nice raid. It's good to see you, buddy. We're playing some Oblivion. This is my first ever playthrough of Oblivion. We actually just finished a couple side quests. Oh, and the game just crashed. Sorry, the game just got so excited. I got so excited. The game couldn't handle itself and decided to shit the bed a little bit. But that's okay because we did autosave a couple of times because we were warping around. So we should be okay. Should be, hopefully. Thank you, Physics Cat, for that very generous raid. How was your stream? In fact, while the game has crashed and while I have full access to my chat window here, do a quick shout out for Mr. Cat of the physics variety doing some Doom 2. Can I ask if it was a custom WAD? Because Physics Cat is a expert on Doom 2 custom WADs. He plays a lot of very challenging ones. His patience is much greater than mine. Good to see you, bud. The gallbladder stuff, that's right, Quirky. I remember you saying that was really not fun. And Quirky teaches physics, so I'm getting the double dose of physics knowledge. Hell yeah, bud, hell yeah. Wait, what's up, Mole? Certified Oblivion moment. Dude, that ain't no shit, man. I feel like now it's an Oblivion stream. The first 3 hours of the stream tonight was warm-up. Now the stream truly begins, because we had a proper game crash. Let's see. Did I acquire the things? Do I have the things on my person? I do. Circlet of Omnipotence. We just found this. For those who've played this game before, you might remember that near the Pale Pass Fortress, there is a barrel with a key and a crumpled note that describes a powerful ring nearby that they hid using a system of a locked chest with a key that unlocks a locked chest with a key that unlocks a locked chest. So we had to scrounge, man. We had to be digging around all over this fucking area. And of course, in Morrowind, you can right click and leave notes. Not so much in this game. So it was a little bit scrungy, but we made that shit happen. Had some help with some nice folks in the chat. It was good. Anyway, Physics Cat was doing some hideous destructure. I think I watched you play that one not too long ago, because that name rings some distant bells. How'd it go tonight, by the way, bud? And also, I changed mine. I'm just gonna warp directly to Bruma. Warping right on in. We went up to Pale Pass for another side quest, but while we were there, we stumbled upon this other thing. So, when we found the other thing, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do that shit. That sounds great. But this is my first Oblivion playthrough. You probably heard me mention Morrowind earlier. I've played a lot of Morrowind in my day. It's one of my favorite games ever, but it's the only Elder Scrolls game I've played until now. It's a little bit embarrassing to admit it's taken me so long, but better late than never. And I'm using... the only mods I'm using for this playthrough are the patches, the unofficial patches, all 3 of them. The vanilla patch, or the base patch, DLC patch, and then the Shivering Isles patch. So, but everything else is completely vanilla. And the character we made is well, his name is Sadge Maroon. When I birthed this gentleman, when I birthed my son, betwixt my loins, my goal was to make his head as round, purple, and sad as possible. And, well, I think we accomplished that pretty well. He is primarily a spellcaster. Has some blades, has some light armor when things get close, when we're out of magicka, but otherwise primarily spellcaster. It's a custom class. We called him a bulbous boy. I wanted to give it like a funnier name, like a marriage counselor or wedding singer, but there weren't enough characters, so we had to get creative. Anyway, hideous destructor. Physics Cat, do you have any clips you want to share, by the way? Because for those that don't know, Physics Cat is a Doom 2 expert extraordinaire, and he plays a lot of very challenging custom WADs. Here, I'm going to actually wait so we can get back to business hours. He's very knowledgeable and very experienced in the ways of Doom 2 custom WADs. He tends to play on highest difficulty with just pistol start, which is to say not carrying equipment over from the previous episode, that kind of thing. Dude's a fucking gamer, alright? Dude's a true professional. One more hour. Get to 9 a.m. And yeah, he's always pleasant to talk to, always interactive with his chat, has a pleasant voice, tends to have like very nice music playing while he's playing as well. So Physics Cat is a good guy. Big fan of Mr. Cat. He's a good man. I have stuff I want to sell. That's correct. I have many things I would like to sell. What? Oh, not to you though, apparently.
Take care.
Hello.
Like, we just like to stand around in these shopkeepers' houses for fun.
What do you want?
Oh, fun.
Can't go into battle.
Let's repair things first.
Equipment.
Some of my shit got a little bit messed up. My helmet got a little bit fucked up. We don't even wear that helmet for the armor properties. We wear it because it raises our maximum magicka by like 15. That's the main thing. Offering, right, that's right, Mo, yeah. It's good. It's a good ring, but I kind of had a feeling it wasn't going to be amazing because we're still fairly early on in the game.
Now let's do business.
Relatively, at least.
I can fix. Have a
So in
look
my
at
mind, I was like, it's not
wares.
going to be amazing.
I'm sure
I would
there's
rather it be
something to suit
plus
you.
10 to one thing than plus 3 to a lot of things. Because like agility and endurance and strength, we don't really use that much. Willpower we use all the time, and speed is fairly important to us. But yeah, otherwise, I'm glad we found it, but I foresee myself replacing it eventually. Setting people up for disappointment. Nah, man. No, your streams are always fun, and your Doom 2 skills are impressive. Coming from somebody who enjoys Doom 2, or just old school shooters in general, seeing the custom WODs is like a whole another ball game, because my custom WOD experience, in fact, Physics Cat, I think you first rated me when I was playing Golden Souls, and Golden Souls is really my only true exposure to Doom 2 custom WODs, and I love it, and there's a bajillion more that I want to play, but as much I have yet to learn. Also, what's going on here? Let me save real quick. Because sometimes the game gets a little bit sad when I alt tab. I want to make sure I don't make anything sad. Hold on, that was Maddie Hatter. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much for that raid. We just had a very nice raid from Mr. Physics Cat as well, so we just got the double dip. The raid double dip. Thank you, friend. Thank you so much. That's so kind. I see you doing some Final Fantasy 13. Thank you, Thankless, as well. Yeah, Mole joined in from Mr. Physics Cat as well. We got Demone. Thank you, friends. We're playing some Oblivion. It's my first Oblivion playthrough. Obviously, it's probably in the title. You probably already saw that. We're in the midst of my first Oblivion playthrough. I've played a shit ton of Morrowind throughout the years, and it's one of my favorite games. But sorry, I didn't mean to jump scare you with this large purple man. I never played this game though. I never played Skyrim either. So I've got a lot of game ahead of me for sure. But it's a casual playthrough. We made a handsome gentleman, a very normal Dunmer gentleman. I was just telling Physics Cat that when I made this character, my goal was to make his head as large, purple, and sad as possible. And well, I think we accomplished all three of those things pretty darn well, all things considered. So that's where we're at. We got Oblivion. That's kind of our main focus for a while, at least. And then on weekends, we sometimes play with friends. We sometimes play with Jet Dive, as well as Arctic and Dave, a couple of my friends. We've been playing a lot of Phantasy Star Online. And then I also been getting into glitching games using a corruptor tool. Last night we were corrupting one of my favorite games called Noita, causing weird glitches, weird, goofy, strange behavior. I'm thinking next time we might play some Sonic games and use the corruptor to make some funny glitches happen or something. Kind of got a few ideas in my mind, but anyway, kind of where we're at. We're playing some Oblivion. We're vibing. We're having a good old time. But yeah, how was Final Fantasy 13, by the way? Maddie, if you don't mind me asking. I see that JD, Jet Dive, a homie for real, sent you. Well, thank you, Jet Dive, for sending your friends our way. That's very sweet. I have made many friends through Jet Dive, and I have learned very quickly that people that Jet Dive surrounds himself with tend to be pretty gosh darn cool people. So I can rest assured that yeah, Jet Dive knows the cool peeps. Thank you so much, my friends. That's very sweet. Well, it was Golden Souls. It was probably Golden Souls 2. I've played 1 and 2, but I think when Physics Cat first rated me, I think I was playing Golden Souls 2. That was a fun one though, and I know that Andreas, I think, is hard at work on 3. I know 3 is a big project, Golden Souls 3, but I'm really excited. Jet Dive's he's a good dude. Jet Dive's a good dude. Noita, yeah, Mo. So I've played a lot of Noita. It's one of my favorite PC games.
True?
Morrowind is one of my favorite games. Noita is another one of my favorite games. And yeah, we were using it's a tool called the Real-Time Corruptor. What it does is that you run a game or an application. It doesn't have to be a game, but you run an application and then you use this tool to manually inject randomized values into the game's memory based on parameters you provide, with the idea of hopefully causing it to do something silly, causing it to do something weird, causing it to glitch out in weird ways. Sometimes it'll crash, sometimes it will do nothing, sometimes it's underwhelming, but sometimes though you'll get lucky and you'll get something strange or weird, or you'll get the game's underlying behavior to be impacted in some way. So doing the corruption streams is something I want to do more often, because it's a great way to get funny moments that I can clip. It's a great way to enjoy games that I know fairly well in new, refreshed ways. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. and leads to some wild shit.
A little piece of Heartland Empire here in the
But
Lockwood.
oh, and Maddie Hatter, do you know about, yeah, so the Golden Souls developer, yeah, so am I saying his name right? Andres, right? For Andreas. I follow him on Twitter, and I love what he did with Golden Souls 1 and 2, and I've seen the screenshots from Golden Souls 3, or like little videos that he's posted. Like, I hope he takes his time, because I know it's an enormous project, and it sounds like Golden Souls 2 was kind of like a grind for him. I get the impression he kind of got burnt out a little bit by the end of that one, and that was a pretty fucking full ROM, or mod, or custom WAD, I guess you would say. That had a lot of stuff in it, so yeah, I hope he takes his time and does it the way he wants to. I'm excited, but I'm in no rush. I got lots of games to play otherwise. I can keep myself occupied. But yeah, some good shit. A golden opportunity. Good shit, Maddie. Good shit. But anyway, Physics Cat, I was just asking Physics Cat if he had any clips you want to share. Because whenever somebody raids me, it's like, you know, you're doing me a favor by bringing your peeps out here to me. The least I can do is to ask if there's anything I can show in return. If there's something I could showcase, if you got something you want to plug, the least I can do is ask if there's something I can do in thanks, because I appreciate you both. I appreciate you both. Yeah, golden opportunity. Yeah, it's an opportunity to shower us. A golden opportunity to shower us with positive things. We'll call it a golden shower. Yeah, Matt, if you got a clip, you're welcome to post it. And we can watch it together. I'll put it on the screen. There was something funny that happened from the stream that ended. If there was a triumph or a tragedy or somewhere in between, happy to enjoy it with a group of us. What I might do is, yeah, this fortify speed. It's nice, but we just got a ring that gives us half of that and then a bunch of other stuff. So I think what I might do is sell this one. I think I'd be more inclined to use the other defense rings instead. Resist normal weapons, resist poison. Resist fire 15% is not bad. The thing is, we have a circle that does 10%. And I don't know. I think I'll sell that one too. Resist raise endurance. Resist endurance. Raise endurance.
You've made.
So we're just kind of selling a bunch of shit. We just wrapped up some side quests. Sent a bunch of crap to open up some inventory space. Welcome back, Quirky. Oh, that's cool, Quirky. Yeah, that's fun. Well, Jet Dive is a VTuber friend. We have so there's a number of folks in our midst that either are actively VTubing or have experimented with it. I remember another one of my mods, Nitro. She's expressed interest in getting some kind of VTube setup as well. So it's kind of cool that it's catching on. I think VTube stuff is great. I don't really have any desire to use it myself personally, but I love seeing what other people do with it. I think it's very fun. I'll sell a bunch of these potions, or these are actually more poisons that I made. I made these using
more than I'd usually
alchemy, the alchemical tools we saw earlier. A lot of these I don't really need. Like, I'll sell them just to free up some space. Invisibility might be useful though. That might come in handy. Light, I mean, I've got enough torches. I don't think we need that. Night Eye, yeah, it's actually not bad. Resist poison's good. We don't need this many healing potions, I don't think. We've got better healing potions. We'll keep 3 of them.
That's a good
3 of these. Just poison, restore fatigue. That shield is really nice. I like that shield 31%. That's way more useful than anything else here, I think. 8 points for 27 seconds. I guess I'll keep... Oh, they're pretty heavy, though. Nah, I'm gonna sell all of them. We've got better than that, anyway. A shield potion, restore speed. Strong healing. Yeah, I think I'll sell 1.
A fine transaction.
There's invisibility. Although we have better invisibility potions, so I'll sell that one.
That's more than I'd usually pay. That's more than I'd usually pay.
So we're good there. We'll sell these. And then the ogre's teeth. Ogre's teethers. I'm an ogre dentist the way I'm collecting these things. Was there anything else? No books or anything to sell. Not a lot of these either. I guess that was it. I thought there was maybe one other thing.
I appreciate your business.
Any cool rumors?
You're the one they call the hero of Kvatch.
Yeah, that's us. We did it.
BC.
We done did it. So that opened up some inventory space quite a bit, actually. Every time it's already zoomed in, it's like, oh, Jesus. I was not ready. I was not ready for that. So we've got that. And then the other thing is we took on a quest to retrieve this thing, the Draconian Madstone, which sounds so fucking metal. I love this name so much. Resist disease 50%, constant effect. Resist poison 50%, constant effect. The disease part I'm not too worried about because we have we have a spell that we can cast on ourselves that cures diseases. But the resist poison is tempting because that would be nice. The thing is though, we have an amulet that I'm like wearing full time that just fortifies my speed, which is more useful. Like that's always useful to us because speed is the governing attribute for light armor. That's always useful. Resist poison thing would be useful if we're fighting bad guys. Oh, why am I going this way? If we're fighting bad guys that give a lot of poison or have a lot of poison damage, like Daedriths, for example, in Morrowind, have a poison spell that can one-shot your ass if you're not careful. And I think Daedriths are in this game too. I don't know for sure, but I suspect there will be scary poison things in our future. We haven't seen it, so I don't know. Maybe her reward will be better. Still do a double. Yeah, I'm never ready for it, Quirky. I'm never prepared. Is she on her throne? She is. It's 100% clear. Yo, Physics Cat's got a clip for us. Hell yeah.
Hello.
It's weird.
Do you know anything about
Well, Physics Cat, you know I'm opposed to things that are weird. Okay, that's a lie. I actually love shit that's weird, so I'm down. Let me save real quick.
Have you recovered the Madstone?
How's about this? I think I already saved. Let's see what the reward is.
I never thought it possible. I mean, I had hoped. But to actually hold it in my hands. Oh, it's more beautiful than I imagined it.
Oh god, is it gonna drive her mad?
Congratulations. I had a feeling you were the right person for the job. And it seems I owe you a reward. This Akaviri ring was found with the messenger's diary. It awards the wearer with increased agility and resistance to harmful magic.
That might be more useful for us, actually.
It's known as the Ring of the Viper Eye. I hope it serves you well in your future journeys.
I do like the idea of her becoming obsessed with this thing we just gave her. And we come back a few days later, and she, like, hasn't slept. Her eyes are sunken. She's, like, lost weight. Her skin is kind of grayed and shriveled a little bit. We come by a couple days later. She's more and more resembling Gollum. She's like becoming more hunched over. She develops a alternate personality that she speaks to or argues with even.
The Madstone is finally mine.
Precious.
It's the pinnacle of my collection. Many thanks to you again. With the information you have given me about Pale Pass, it could take scholars many years to amend the history books.
To amend the history books. Yeah, I guess like we found things that could supplement the info they have right now.
It's curious. Skingrad's people scarcely ever set eyes on the Count, but he's apparently loved and respected by all his subjects.
Skingrad's Count. Did we ever see him? I can't remember actually. Been a minute. The Skingrad stuff was like
May luck be always
I
on
want to say
your
2 weeks
side.
ago maybe. Been a hot minute. So let's check out this cool ring we got. Yeah, it's alright. Fortified agility. Agility we don't really... It's not that we don't use, because I think agility helps you dodge melee attacks. But it's the governing attribute for archery, bows and arrows and such. We don't use bows and arrows. Resist magic is always welcome. But, yeah. I don't know. I would say this is probably going to be more useful than the resist poison, resist disease. The other thing, so we'll keep it for now. The thing is, yeah, like we have better resist magic, so would I ever need less magic and agility? Yeah, the more maybe what I might do is I might just look for a seller, so I'm gonna sell it to this prized possession and just fucking offload it. Because let's see, resist poison. Yeah, agility. Yeah, if I could wear more rings, I would if I could. Oh, Quirky, I got you, fam. I got you. Quirky teacher requests the vanilla bomber, and we shall deliver. So, Blue Bomber, you did a great job. Thank you for manning the fort for us, battening down the hatches. However, been working hard. You deserve a break. Old Vanilla Bomber, the classic man, back at it again. Back at it again. At it again. The classic Bomberman and the Krispy Kremes. That's the journal. Oh, look at that. She's got it on display. I was hoping she'd be wearing it and would like be slowly becoming maddened by it. And the nice thing here is that it's technically not a crime for me to open this, for me to crack it open. So I'm not gonna like steal anything, and I would have no need to rather. But if nothing else, it's a good excuse for me to practice my security skill and level it up if possible. As it just leveled moments earlier. I don't think we get any bonuses until we get it to level 50, so we got a ways to go, but still, it's nice. We can just crack it open. Yeah, the Akaviri orders. These are both things that we've sourced ourselves. Dragon character? Hell yeah. Same data center? Nice. So they're called an Aura. Actually, I like the way you phrase that, Maddie. The implication of, like, I'm a dragon. It's like, no, I know you're a dragon. Tell me about what kind of character you play in the video game, though. Like, enough about your IRL physicality. Oh, that's right, I am a Dunmer. Although, I'm impressed that she was able to tell I'm a Dunmer based on my sad purple face. Maybe that's what she's into. Shinit. There's an ominous shadow about this lady. Isn't there like this weird backlight effect where her, like, the front is shadowy but the eyes are glowy? And there's like a light with her ears or something? We've already talked to her before, obviously, but I fear there's a supervillain arc with this lady that we've just got a little indication of. Yeah, lighten up literally a little bit. Wish I was a dragon IRL. Same, actually, same. But thankfully, that absolves us of, I think, the rest of the quests here in Bruma. So now we have full license to take a fun little jaunt to Frostcrag Spire, which I think is part of the DLC, or one of the DLC. We have a quest to investigate. In fact, let's check what that quest entails. So we have ahead of us. Scorn Hollow, but here it is, Frostcrag Spire. So let's see what this is going to be. I hope it is inspiring. Hey, what's up, level 98 wizard? Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I'm still relatively low level, so I might be underpowered for this. Of course, level scaling is fairly, for better or for worse, flexible with your character level, so maybe I won't get got too bad. I have no idea what to expect. I know some of the DLC stuff is probably expected to be used or played by characters or players who've already played through the main game, so like high-level people. So this might, butter my biscuits, but I'll try it first. So yes, allegedly we've inherited a property called Frostcrag Spire, which sounds so pleasant. Oh yeah, see, let's see. I've inherited a property called Dead Murder Mansion. Murder Death Mansion. I'm sure it sounds nice. Make my way out there and inspect my new acquisition. It's a Luigi's Mansion 3 situation. My long lost uncle has passed away, and I'm the heir to his frostly, craggly fortune. Lucky me. Oh, thank you, Maddie, and thank you again for that very generous raid, and the physics cat. Really appreciate you both. I know it wasn't like intentional, but the timing was very fun. And have a great night. Thank you to you and your viewers for joining in and helping to keep things fun and lively with some new folks. It's always nice. It's always nice getting new peeps along with the familiar peeps. Always a good time. I'm gonna go out this way because I think, like I said, I think we're good here. I don't think there's any other things that I wanted to sell or other side quest things that I need to follow up on. As for current quests, yeah, there's the Thieves Guild thing back at the Imperial City. That's our next main quest destination, the Imperial City. Yeah, Imperial City. The bandit camp stuff too. Yeah, we could warp around for that too, but that can wait. That can be a future date. So on we go. Back to the mountains, and we've spent a lot of time in the frosty outdoors. I'm not gonna bother with the horse, it's more trouble than it's worth, I find. We spent a lot of time in the frosty outdoors, and we have more time in the frosty outdoors. I was saying earlier how it's almost like Bethesda, when they were making this game, was like, wow, we really liked making the frosty parts of the game, where you're in the mountains and you're right next to Skyrim. What if we made a game that's all like this? What if we made a game where this is the game? Snow and mountains. Let's just do a whole game like that. And then they made Skyrim, and then they were like, you know what? Let's just not make an Elder Scrolls game for like 20 years. They were like, you know, we nailed it so good. We don't got to do anything else for Elder Scrolls. Well, they made ESO, obviously, or published ESO, but they're like, yeah, we're good. We're good on Elder Scrolls for a while. And that opening right there, excuse me, kind of caught my eye. I suspect it's a mine. Yes, in fact, I see it's on my map. I've been there before. Plundered mine. Oh, I see some goblinos. Goblino, that's like the Arduino, like the electrical engineering hobbyist tool, Arduino. Arduino, I think. I don't know how I'm pronouncing it, but this is the Goblino. This is the Goblin version of it. Guess I must have missed this guy. He seemed like standard Gobos. That guy especially, he went down real fast. This was a berserker. This Gobbo got pretty quick. Skirmisher. Yeah, I think the berserkers are one tier up, I think. Well, this bodes well. I don't think I've been here before. I can't remember if that was on my map. Let's double check. Let's enter. Well, no, I've not. Yeah, I wouldn't have been here before because it just got added to my map, where they said you've discovered the place. So, grab a torch and get explorificating. Oh, I just saw movement. There's probably another gob. Oh. Red is not the right spell. I'm already full healed. Oh god. Calm down, goblin. 3-feather goblin berserker. So this is clearly a new tier of goblin. Wake up, babe. New goblin tier berserker just dropped. This guy's kind of fucking me up a little bit. Just a little bit. And I can fuck him right back. Nice dual fucking, but yeah, that guy is pretty chonky, pretty beefy. What do you have on his head? He had some kind of mask. Is he stuck? Let's heal up first. 3-feather. Let's see your cool mask. Trying to unmasking the green goblin. You know, I'm something of a goblin myself. Hard to grab the hands sometimes. I want to see your cool mask. I don't want to unmask it, I just want to look at it. But it's being weird. Sometimes it doesn't let me grab things. There we go. It's like a bone mask, yeah. You got one too. He's just a standard 3-feather gob, not the berserks, not the zerkies. He's not zerkin. He's not he wasn't trying to zerk me off. Hey, what's up, Puzzle? Thank you. I'm doing well. I was getting zerked a little bit. Getting zerked off by some gobs. I was recently informed that so one of my mods, he pops in from time to time. His name is Gurgling Goblin. We all call him Gobby. And I was recently informed that the term Gobby is Australian slang for fellatio. And I, to my knowledge, I don't think that has dissuaded Gabi from going as Gabi. I think that has only encouraged him, which honestly based. So good for him. It was one of those things where I was like, nah, no way. Then I thought about it. I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of see it. Yeah, no, it is Australian slang for fellatio. Yeah, to experience a Gabi is to offer a Gabi. It's getting weird. It's getting weird for once. Yeah, there's a lot of Australian slang and like New Zealander slang that I don't know I don't know a ton of people from that region, so I'm not exposed to it. But yeah, there's a number of phrases like that where like it would have never occurred to me until it's too late, until it has been said out loud, and people start to giggle at me. The thing is, I mean, there's a lot of Australian streamers, not a lot, but a handful of Australian streamers that I follow. Partly because when I'm ending my stream, especially on weekends when I'm up way too late at night, when I'm ending my stream, sometimes they're just starting, so they're a good raid target. Like, hey, I know they're gonna be live for a minute. Like Disappear, she's from Australia. There was a retro streamer I just learned about like a few weeks ago who was really cool. I can't remember her screen name off the top of my head. Is this a berserker? It is. Just gonna whittle him down with my Mergix. He's got a dwarven shield. He thinks he's so cool. Got his ass. He had a shield and mace. Boop. So we were venturing down this way. We just waddle down this way. Probably more where this came from. There are indeed more. Can't say I'm surprised. Nothing obvious yet. I got a spell just for these kinds of deals. Possibly it could be above us. This other enemy. This other gob. This other gobby. Well, see, I don't want to like say like, oh yes, I'm gonna fight this gobby. I feel like if I'm in a situation where I'm fighting a blowjob and I don't know, then I would question the circumstances that led to such a struggle. Blowjob combat, something that nobody was prepared for. Porkies, yeah. Good night, everybody. How much of this do I want to pontificate over? Do you think there's like a porn video somewhere? Because, you know, some pornographic pieces of media enjoy making a story, maybe even like some light world crafting, if you will. What if there is a piece of pornographic media? Dude, this guy is very jumpy. Calm your titties down, goddamn. What if there's a piece of pornographic media, or series even? Riddle me this, Batman. What if there's a series of pornographic, consumable, consumptionable media where it takes place in a dystopian future, and mankind has been brought to the brink of extinction, and it is being subjugated by an alien race or robots or something, and it has like taken sexual activities to like a combative level. So it's no longer for pleasure or for romance, it is for combat. Then the blowjob combat comment is less weird. and then I am vindicated. Poor Puzzle and Quirky are well, Puzzle's entertained. Quirky is afraid, which are both valid reactions, actually. I don't know if I would be a fan of this dystopian. I don't know if I would want to be a denizen of this dystopian world. Does not sound pleasant. Oh, oh boy, it's a fucking goblin orgy. How do I throw a grenade? How do I fucking drop a flashbang? Here, I'm gonna close the door. Fuck you. Jesus tits, Batman. I was not expecting to interrupt the Goblin Convention 2022. Well, the good news is I only seem to draw 2 of them immediately to me, but good fucking golly, Miss Molly. I'm gonna walk outside so we can fight in the open. I thought we were gonna fight. Hello? Oh, is that the shaman? No, it's, wait, actually, is that the war chief? It's the war chief. Dude, if I take the war chief out... Unless there are multiple chiefs of war. Okay, that was not the only war chief, clearly. Oh, I'm thinking of the chieftain, I think. I think the chieftain is what I want. Oh. Oddly enough, they're not following me out, actually. Woo! Hey, what's up, Shy Leviathan? We were having a very normal conversation. We never talk about weird shit here. Oh, you're right, Irosta, thank you. Oh my god, I've done that a few times. Where I mute the audio so we can, like, watch a couple things and then I forget to unmute it. I think he turned around, by the way. Oh, it's because his buddy walked in. Or walked out, rather. He wanted to welcome him. I think he just healed. Somebody's injured. I mean, I'm injured. Thank you, Irosta, for the heads up on, yeah, the game being muted. I've done that a handful of times. I feel like it happens a lot with this game in particular. Because a lot of times the game is fairly quiet, so it's not as obvious. But thank you, Irosi. Oh no, JD said, ah, what did I miss? Like I said, it was a very normal conversation earlier. And of course the game was muted, so the very normal conversation we were having was had no buffer. We were raw dogging that conversation. Yeah, it all started because I was saying how I was kind of offhand was calling the goblins gobs and gobbies, and then I was like, wait, I learned recently, because one of my buddies, one of my mods on here on Twitch, his name is Gurgling Goblin. We call him Gobby, and he recently learned and shared with me that the term gobby is Australian slang for fellatio. And I was like, well, yeah, but if I'm fighting a gobby, then I don't want to be in a situation where I'm having to fight a gobby. Usually that's, you know, something that doesn't need to be fought necessarily. And that led to the conversation of combat in such a context. It's actually not what I want to do. I want to do that. There we go. Got his ass. But then we interrupted a fucking goblin orgy down there. There was, I don't know how many goblins there were, but there was a fuck ton of them. And we killed a war chief. Which, I'm thinking like, I think the war chief is the highest level. It's either that or like maybe there's one more above that. There's the shaman. But the shaman are just like spellcasters. They're just annoying. They're spellcasters. I don't think they would be a... Yeah, there's still enemies nearby. I don't think shaman would be like a... What's the word? Like part of the hierarchy. Because when you kill the war chief, it makes all goblins underneath the war chief real chill. They are non-combatant, but these guys still want to fight. We learned, that's right, we learned things, we might learn things that we didn't necessarily want to learn, but here we are. Now, did I go through the abandoned... I don't think I actually went through here yet. Yeah, I think I went this way. I haven't gone through any new instances yet. I tend to save that for after we clear out the current instance. Restoration skill. Should probably level up, too. I haven't leveled up in a stream or two. I'm sitting on several levels worth of experience. I can find a bedroll. Oh, Jesus. I'm scared. Destruction. I think our destruction skill is getting pretty up there. It might be our highest skill now, since we went real hard on alchemy at the start. Yeah, Skirmisher is not as spicy as the Berserker. Oh, looks like a friend decided to join. Yep. Can do this all day, fam. Okay, no, I can't. I'm out of magic. Ouch. Bonk. Let me retrieve the arrows out of my chest. Yep, just one. Just pulling them out, yanking them out. Right, it was this way. Yeah, it was like 6 goblins, and I was like, man, what I would give for a really large area of effect spell right now. Best I can do is a couple lightning bolts. Single target lightning bolts. Ouch. When I draw them to me, hum to butthead. So if I draw them up here, I'm less apt to incur more of their wrath. Although he's not following me, so I guess I have no choice. I'll just whittle him down from distance. Oh, what am I doing? I forgot. I just got new spells. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot about this. I got new spells not too long ago. Like, better spells. So... what did I get? I got a couple good ones. I forgot all about that shit. So 20 damage that we have right now. We have like something way better, I think. I think we got 2. Yeah, there's a fire one. That's cool as fuck. Well, it's actually hot as fuck, but yes. I think there's one more, because fire is good, but it's not good against a number of NPC. Well, NPCs and some monsters. There was one other. Is it a cold one? Hailstone. Maybe I'm misremembering. Snowball. Oh, it could be a touch spell, actually. Touch 25. That's pretty good. Frost touch. I must be misremembering. Oh, there it is. Winter's Grasp. Yeah, that one's good. Now we're gonna spam the fireballs, but obviously it takes more mana. But it's not. I think it's still a single target though. Yeah, it's not. There's no radius. We have one, admittedly not very good fireball spell that does have a very light radius, but the damage is pitiful, and the mana cost is far too high to justify it. So. Does us no good. They had hunted a deer. And we're getting ready to cook it when I interrupted their party, their convention. Goblin Con 2022. Gobble Con or something. Here, I'll help. I'll help get him on the fire. I'll get him warmed up for you, buddy. How's that sound? Okay, well, I'm not doing a very good job. Trying to like lift him up onto the fire. All right, well, we'll get the butt warmed up. I guess that's good enough. There's no bad guys in here, allegedly. Ooh. Healing potion, yes. And that's it. But there's that one more instance, though. So go through that real quick. And I think that was upstairs. Yes, it was. We are very fast because we got a lot of things feeding our speed attribute. I am speed. The abandoned twerks. Oh. Oh, I missed a bad guy. That's unlike me. Is there like another cavern that I missed maybe? Oh, maybe he was hiding in this like little section behind the wall. Ouch. Alright, new spell. Fuck you. It's pretty good damage. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. What if it's more economically sound than spamming the lightning bolts? Yeah, there's one little nook. It's a sneaky man's. Actually, no, I'm going to keep the torch out. But I will save first. Because if there was 300... If there were like 7 goblins guarding that one room, there could be just as many, if not more, awaiting us. Need one more cast. Just one more. Ouch. Ouch. Bonk. There we go. He blocked it, but I still slapped him. There's obviously going to be more where that came from. As is often the case. Oh. And yeah, if there is a bedroll here, we can level up, and we'll hopefully be able to raise our stuff. Oh, you know what? Speaking of one thing I should have done, and I might even do this before we proceed to Frostcrag Spire, is go back to Bruma so I can get my shit repaired. Specifically, my brain. I suffered legitimate brain damage. One of the enemies we fought previously, one of the wisps, damaged our intelligence. And I don't have a restore intelligence spell yet. So we have to restore it manually, which is annoying. So we could take care of that at the shrines in Bruma. Or another gob. These guys might have fire resistance. I don't think that they do. There's another one. I'm gonna wait and get one cast queued up. I'm real lucky I might be able to snipe a second one. He is melee. Yeah, one more cast. Shisha. Yeah, berserkers. These guys are chunky boys. Oh, I'm surprised we reached from that far. That's really far away. Wow. How do we reach? That's like a... I don't think my sword's that big. That's what she said, but that's like... That's like a 12-foot reach. You kidding me? Maybe it was the wind. It was the wind of the swoosh that just knocked him down. He was just... We're so powerful. Here by 8 a.m. Oh, yeah. Of course, Quirky. Thanks for joining in, fam. I hope I didn't traumatize you too badly. Thank you for joining in, Quirky. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Hope the visit with the dad goes well, bud. Sounds like a nice time. Now, how'd that... Oh, it's... Look at that. It's like resting perfectly upright. It's kind of fun. Then I knocked it over. So now... Once again, I'm wondering if there's more war chiefs. Which means... And also maybe a shaman. We haven't seen any shaman yet. Torch burnt out, and I gained 2 more. It's a net gain. Boop. Also, I found their lettuce reserves. Lettuce and leeks. Here, I'm gonna take a leek real quick. I know, it's a dumb joke. It's a joke I've used before, and I will inevitably use it again. One of the gifts that, one of those jokes that is a gift that keeps on giving. And we get a random sun shaft, although we're... Let me think about this. I think we went down a floor, didn't we? Maybe not. Maybe we didn't. Silver vein. Sure, I'll take it. It's not that valuable. A wunge, yes. I've been known to ride a one-joke pony situation from time to time. To ride it until it is dead, and then beat the dead pony horse. The one-trick dead pony horse. Dead, or just dead pony. Ooh, there's one. He is not a skirmisher. In fact, he is mostly nude. Which is the best way to be a goblin. It's the best way to live. There's nothing immediately nearby. I feel like earlier we were scrounging around so much for treasure chests in the mountains that I'm on like treasure chest scouting mode and see them from afar. I like to think we've done a pretty good job of finding most treasure caches anyway in these kinds of caves, but especially tonight I feel like I've been implored to be extra eagle-eyed. Right there. The goblin friend. Can I get just the tip? Hashtag just the tip. Yes, I can. Oh, there's lots more. Lots more. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't want to get the whole bud, the whole squad. Got the whole squad laughing. Got the whole squad slapping. I think I just got this one. They're so fast. Like their hits do very little damage, but they add up. There's a trick that I've never done successfully, but there's I think it's you hold either to the left or to the right. There's a certain move that has a chance of disarming an enemy. And that'd be really cool. I haven't done it successfully, but... And I think part of it is based on your governing attribute, your blade skills. So... I wonder if I mouse over the skills, they would say... Okay, yeah, it says journeyman, but it doesn't say, like, the journeyman info. Because, yeah, when somebody leveled up 2 journeyman is when it said... Like, there's a move that has a chance to disarm. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, that's a wizard lad, a shaman, and I saw the purple. I think he either resisted it or he didn't reflect it because I didn't take damage. It's very much a shaman. Ouch. He's either resisting or absorbing. He might be resisting it. Except he's almost dead already. Oh, he just healed. I was gonna say, when my magic got recharged, I knew that one shot was gonna fuck him up, so. Yeah, the shaman really aren't that hard to fight for us as a spellcaster, but I think for a melee build, they would sometimes be a struggle. It's some kind of cool axe. It's kind of cool. I'll check that in a second. I think there might be more. Well, maybe not. So we'll poke around. Yeah, what axe? Is that an elven? It's an elven war axe. Okay, not really worth grabbing. What does he got, fam? Iron dagger, nothing really that exciting. There's a bedroll, so I can do my levels. Just one though. I'm not. I mean, I probably have several levels that I could go towards, but I will not. One more. I don't have a ton of juice. Do that one. Oh, never mind. I thought for sure I'd have to close the deal. Seal the deal. With one more melee attack. I can open. Totem stuff. Oh, right. These are pretty valuable, and they got some heat. I would just sell it though. Honestly, I would never use this myself. That's probably the best treasure in this cave. Actually, is that staff. Ice cream may have won the. Oh no, JD. No, I understand, man. I understand. Sometimes, you know, I mentioned earlier that I was helping Gracie with a kind of a charity thing yesterday that she was hoping to organize. And she has a friend from Ukraine that we're helping her out. She's staying at her place for a little bit, and she was helping us with the event yesterday, and she recently had right before she came over here. It was really unfortunate timing. Right before she came here, she was staying in Poland for a bit, and she got food poisoning. And a lot of us have had food poisoning before. But hers was apparently like really bad, and she's having to like monitor what she eats, and she's having to take medicine, that kind of thing. And like certain kinds of foods can, are worse than others when it comes to stirring up unpleasantness. And at the charity thing, there was some they had cookies, they had like snacks, that kind of thing. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna have a few cookies, and if it causes problems, well, that's future me's problem. Right now, I'm gonna savor this. So yeah, to JD's point, sometimes when you have ice cream, that's a future self problem to deal with. But sometimes you gotta YOLO it, man. Sometimes you gotta live for the moment. JD says, "Oh man, yeah, I'm as a lactose intolerant lad, I understand fighting the battle, waging the battles and the wars." I haven't had food poisoning in a long time. I've had it before, and one of those times it did put me in the hospital, but it was more the aftermath. It wasn't the food poisoning itself. It was more being the way food poisoning goes, being left dehydrated, deprived of key nutrients, and I didn't realize that I was lacking certain nutrients. So when my body exhibited scary symptoms and a reaction to something that I wasn't expecting, I was like, oh fuck, what is this? And it actually wasn't anything scary, but it was scary, but it wasn't anything like threatening. Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, would not recommend it. 0 out of 10 would not fap again. I'm gonna take a little sleepy in this bedroll. 1 hour nap. So I don't even get anything to put into intelligence, man. I'll take the speed. I might just do 1 into luck then. Oh, or I could do strength. Strength might be good, because it does govern it's the governing skill for blade, or attribute for blade, because that's good for light armor and things. I'm gonna put it into intelligence if I could. Guess I wasn't using enough conjuration, alchemy, or mysticism. Got it up to 80 though, which is pretty good. Boop. That brings us to lucky number 13, doesn't it? It do bring us to lucky number 13. Hell yeah. With that, this house is clean. This cave is clean. So let us escape. Escape. Now that being said, I will be wrapping up pretty soon. It is 1 a.m. I started right at 9. I started later than I would have preferred. I usually like to, if possible, start closer to 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We started a little bit late tonight, but we will continue this not tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't usually stream Tuesdays. I did stream last week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, whereas my standard schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So most likely, no stream tomorrow, but we'll be doing it on... Get back to it on Wednesday. There'll be more of this Wednesday. And then also Oblivion on Thursday. And then sometime over the weekend, I will do a bonus stream of some variety. I know Arctic was in here a little bit earlier, and JD, I don't know if you heard, but Arctic is in the process of buying a house, which is very exciting. He's buying it from a family member, based on kind of a situation that, like, an opportunity that arose where he was like, you know what, let's fucking do this thing. So he's buying a house, which is great. The downside is that he only has primarily weekends to go through that whole process. So he was saying that, yeah, weekends might be a little bit tricky for him, but we'll see. We'll see if we can squirrel away some time with the boys for some PSO times. And then, yeah, there's our destination, Frostcrag Spire. I think we'll go ahead and call it here. And then on Wednesday, we'll pick up where we left off with this path. Actually, we don't have really a path necessarily, but heading eastwards towards the Fraggle Craggle Spire. And there's also a thing right here. You see this? I don't know what it's pointing to, but there's something right here on our map. I guess like a statue or something. Oh, maybe it's a well or an altar. Oh, right. Speaking of which, I said I was gonna get my shit healed up. Let's do that real quick. Yeah. The house thing, yeah, that's what I said. Like, I know he's been renting for a while, so and he'd mentioned before that he looked forward to eventually owning. So yeah, when he told me earlier today, I was like, dude, and of course he was like, you know, understandably like, hey man, you know, weekends might be tricky for me, but it's like, dude, this is way more important. I'm happy to encourage these things. So is it this one? Afflictions banished? Yes. So now my afflictions are back where they should normally be. Standard affliction amounts. That's reassuring. So we'll just warp back to the plundered mine. That way we lost no progress. Hey, what's up, Woodithan? Good to see you, bud. The side quest. Yeah, you probably know this. Earlier we did the Serpent's Trail through Pale Pass. That whole experience, which was really cool. And then we did the Pale Pass stuff. We got the Akaviri artifacts that the Countess wanted, and then we also acquired the Ring of Omnipotence. I think that's what it's called. You remember that quest? Or it's not really a quest, but that little sequence where you find a chest with a note and a key to a chest somewhere else, and you find that chest that holds another key to something else, and you're like, it's a key for a key for a key, and you're bouncing around. That one took us like an hour, but we got that shit, which is pretty sick. And also, pay no mind to this strange man. Strange purple man. Don't worry about him. He's doing fine. His head's a little swollen. He got stung by a few bees, but he'll be fine. Nostalgia, but you remember the Frostcrag stuff? Yeah, I don't know anything about what to expect with Frostcrag Spire. You could probably see in the comment or in the title that this is all new to me. I've never played this game before, or I'm in the midst of my first playthrough, and I'm liking it a lot so far. But I've got a lot ahead of me, and I'm excited to check this place out. The reason I'm going here is because, well, we were doing quests up in Bruma anyway. I might as well. The main quest took us here, obviously, but since I was like, well, since we're here, we might as well. Oh, it's the shrine. That's what it was pointing to. But anyway, yeah, so it's like we might as well check it out while we're here. We're so close to it. There's other DLC, I think DLC at least, related side quests. There's, yeah, Sundercliff. Yeah, we heard about that one. There's, I guess, stuff to, yeah, Deep Scorn Hollow. We heard about that one. There's a few others elsewhere. There was one over, oh, there was stuff in Anvil. There's Crowhaven. Yeah, so there's other quests in farther flung regions. But it's like, if I find myself near them, then yeah, we'll knock one out. So I have no idea what to expect. Frostcrag Spire might butter my biscuits, might kick my ass, but we'll try it out. And I'm looking forward to it. Should be a fun time. We did Battlehorn. We did the Battlehorn Castle a few weeks ago, and that actually wasn't too bad, but I know it's a DLC quest, and I recognize the DLC quests are probably more or less expected to be done by people who've played through the base game, because the DLC obviously came out after the base game. So it might be, we might be underleveled or underpowered, but we'll try it. And the worst that can happen is we'll get our faces murdered.